I'm of the opinion that for now, with a new head coach, let's give him some bullets, man. Let's keep whoever we got under contract who's worth a flip. Hope they stay healthy, play a year, and then maybe reevaluate. Is that fair?
I ain't got no other choice.
Right. I mean, are you not going to be ticked if they decide because of cost-cutting measures that Kirk and Ingram are gone? That doesn't seem to make any damn sense. I mean, I hate to speak it into existence, but I don't trust the daggum thing when it comes to the offseason maneuvering. We were a playoff team 2 years ago, and we've offseason maneuvered ourselves to 4-13. Think about that. 9-8, arrow pointing up. A 10th win in the playoff game. Gave the Chiefs all they wanted. And holy hockey sticks, we've made the roster and the team, and the results worse. So, yeah, color me pessimistic on how things go this offseason to that end. But back to the original point. Yeah, I'm not about giving up guys, man. I'm not. Getting rid of Darius Williams was dumb. Does it change the outcome of this year? Does it make us no? But good grief, man. We got to at least be prescient enough making these decisions that you're getting better, despite what the eyebrow raise may, seem like. So, anywho, there's that. Fleury's officially on the list. Listen, the names of the guys who aren't currently associated with teams, you don't have to go through a formal process. Anybody that's playing this weekend, so Cohen and Fleury's now as with the Vikings, Kellen Moore with the Eagles. There are others out there whose teams are in the playoffs. You can't speak with them until after their teams are eliminated, or maybe a window picks up in there. I'm pretty sure it's after they're eliminated. These teams that have a bye this week, you can't speak to their guys this week. Virtually only, I believe, which is probably how they do most of this. So, I mean, it would, I haven't heard about the requests for Glenn and Johnson, how they were received. Have anything there, E?
I haven't heard nothing.
I've been looking. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not just going to, catch the news as it's coming. But, putting a guy on a request list and him actually wanting to come talk with you, two different things. So we'll see. We'll see if news of actual interviews taking place pop up here in these next couple of days. And meanwhile, ear to the ground. Trevor meets the media today, so we'll get the latest from the quarterback. There is another 5 years attached. That thing kicked in 26, so it's not like one of the 5 is down. 5 years, man. We got a 5-year plan. Better get the right people in here, some slight roster adjustments. Let's get on a roll. Let's get to that Bills, Ravens. I'll leave the Chiefs out of it. That's not fair. Just give me a Steelers, Packers, Vikings. Just give me a team that's just constantly, if they're reconfiguring, it's to make that last step to hopefully try and win a Super Bowl. Got to get some momentum going, man. Got to get some back-to-back playoff appearances. Got to win a paltry division. A lot we got to do here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Trevor has to say today. And more on that coming up here in just a bit. This phrase, Ian, it comes up a lot this time of year.
Which one?
NFL circles.
Okay, yeah.
NFL circles, right? What's the word in NFL circles? I'll give you a perfect, poignant, local example. NFL circles say coaches in the league don't want to work with Trent Baalke. Heard that one?
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm starting to wonder about NFL circles. Because these NFL teams got a whole hell of a lot of nerve now that Bill Belichick has taken a job at North Carolina to suddenly act like they're all interested in Bill Belichick.
Yeah, that's funny.
You hear me? Oh, so what, suddenly 3 or 4 teams are disappointed that Belichick is on the recruiting trail and, isn't going to jump at the opportunity to come back? Bill Belichick has Tom Brady calling him about the Raiders job. Y'all know that? If there were a job in the National Football League that Bill Belichick would return for, what a crazy flip of the dynamic that would be. Brady would be Belichick's boss.
That's crazy. Belly in Vegas? Woo!
I mean, you got a high draft pick out there. You maneuver, you find your quarterback with Tom's guidance. Raiders' job was open last year. Brady was a part of the organization last year this time, wasn't he? What'd they do? They re-upped with their interim coach, Antonio Pierce, who went 5-4, and now unfairly, after 1 year, are going to give him the boot.
He gone.
Why didn't you go get Bill Belichick last year? When he wanted a job, and y'all disrespected the man, didn't you? Atlanta Falcons went with Raheem Morris. Come on, man. Maybe it wouldn't work out any better. But golly, what's a resume for if you can't send it out to potential employers? I think it was a mistake for these ne'er-do-well NFL franchises to just, no, we'll take a pass. We don't like that 5-11 last year. We're going to continue to go 5-11 every year instead. But so, yeah, the word in, quote, NFL circles, which now I'm starting to not trust. The same circle that's now saying 3 or 4 teams are calling and are interested in Bill Belichick. Aren't those the same NFL circles that last year produced crickets on Belichick's availability? But, man, wouldn't the Raiders make a ton of sense? And apparently, as mentioned, Brady has contacted the Belichick. They've been in communication. But, again, the word on the streets is Belly right now on the recruiting trail. I didn't think he was going to do that. I thought he was going to sit at a mahogany desk and let them, come kiss the ring and decide if they want to play for him or not. We'll see.
Belly in the streets.
Yeah, he is, man. He's out there. I wonder, does he go with his girlfriend?
I wonder.
They hit the keggers, too, when they're done, maybe? Huh? Belly hits a recruiting stop and then the local,
Watering hole.
whatever it is. It's silent disco-y.
Nah, Belly don't give me silent disco type.
I tell you, with each and every passing day, I wonder more if that wasn't Belly sneaking out shirtless out of that flat in Boston.
That muscle back.
Big old fat back, what that was.
Big back, big back.
Remember that picture?
Oh, yeah.
Video.
On the balcony or something, front porch.
We got all kinds of good. We got that one. We got the Peyton look-alike pulling on the pong, right? But the best of all time was old McElwain naked on the shark. Remember that look-alike?
Yeah, that was recent.
And, man, with that AI coming where they can put any face on anything,
oh,
boy.
That AI is scary.
Yeah, you don't even got to go deep fake anymore. You throw a picture on a guy, you throw a face on a dude's body. That's shallow fake these days.
And the first thing you say, is this real?
Yeah, right. You're not going to trust anything, are we? I mean, we're headed towards total non-trust, man. We've already abandoned all trust in, like, the quote, what do they call it? The mainstream, right? And that includes sports, news, financial, all of it. We've already lost faith in all that. And now the stuff that we post to each other that y'all, consider news on social media, now you got to wonder if, man, did you see Tom Cruise beat up that old lady in the supermarket?
Like, hold on, where you get that, bro?
Right, because it ain't hard now to just change it. They to the point I've heard, like in some movies, they can whatever the stunt guy does, they just put the other dude's face on him instead of having to mix and match, and then they take that picture right, the close up with the fan blowing the hair. Just follow the stunt guy the whole way. We'll dub it in.
You've said this before to all the young journalists out there who look to break in the industry. That's why you got to verify your work. Nowadays, you got to triple down on that because you just don't know.
And at the same time, there's the irony that people now just accept it's 50-50 whether you're right or wrong. Like, there's no repercussions when you blow. Like, back in the day, you blew a big one, you're done.
You're done.
Like, you're not working anymore. You're untrustworthy. Not now, man. We got ledgers of dudes that post on social media wins and losses. They're like 500 teams. You used to have to be undefeated to keep those news posting positions. Anyway, a lot of coaching chatter, a lot of NFL talk. We'll go inside the circles. We got college football talk again. The Riley Report will come your way 7:30 this morning. That's brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories.
I feel like this is going to be a good old slobber knocker.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's
old school football.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of fireplaces puffing out smoke tonight in the north, isn't there?
Yeah.
That Rust Belt tonight, boy, they're going to be ready. They're going to have their Huda Paul beer, their Iron City Light, put some logs on the fire. We got some good old – this game should be, if you went back to the old days, this game should be like 17-16. That's how Notre Dame Penn State are supposed to play a game. But in today's spread out world of college football, it'll probably be more like 35-31. I don't know who's going to win that game. I didn't give Penn State much of a chance I just don't know, man. They're the great unknown of these four because they haven't had to play anyone. The other three have had tough outs. It's interesting that all four teams in the Final Four have had to win 2 games in the playoffs. None of the teams with byes advanced. Georgia lost, Oregon lost, Boise lost, Arizona State lost. But boy, Penn State's path, nothing like everybody else's. Penn State got SMU, shouldn't have been in it. And then got to play Boise as the 3 seed rather than, a more likely, if properly seeded, number 3 team. But nonetheless, Penn State's a good football team. They lost to Ohio State, I think, by 3 points. It should be a good one tonight. I'm with you on that one. And then, there's a storyline in Ohio State, Texas, we haven't even talked about. It's hardly come up. And so much of the attention on Quinn Ewers, the Texas quarterback, is about his situation with Arch Manning and what's he going to do when the playoff is over. Does he go NFL? Does he transfer somewhere for a lot of money? I mean, Texas got to go to Arch at some point. And then you remember, y'all know where Quinn Ewers started? You know where he started his college career?
Was it North Carolina?
Ohio State.
Okay.
Ohio State, who Texas will play in the other college football semi coming up tomorrow. We got Doc Kevin Murphy today. Interesting. I don't understand this situation with Jalen Hurts. And here's what I'll tell you what I mean, just real quickly, and we'll dive into this with the doctor. Coming up in about an hour and a half. Jalen Hurts remains in the concussion protocol, but returned to practice yesterday. Isn't that reverse?
How, Sway?
Is my curiosity founded? And now, like an independent, and this is the question for Doc, because Doc's an expert in these concussion protocols. He's been on the sideline for pro sports, and never mind his just vast, unbelievable experience. But is it like the Eagles cleared him through their concussion protocol and allowed him to practice yesterday, non-contact, and now after going through that practice, the way I understand, he's got to go through a second independent, quote-unquote, concussion protocol. But I thought if you were in the protocol, if you were, you had to be cleared before you returned to the practice field, right? I mean, because you hear about concussion stuff as much as sunlight or, the movements, whatever it is. So it would seem to me to indicate if Jalen Hurts even walked through a practice yesterday, that they feel like he'll be ready. They've just got to get some independent corroboration. Is that new? Just another question for Doc. And I think we may go concussion heavy and Jalen Hurts and playoff heavy when Doc Murphy joins us coming up next hour. All right, it's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Boy, the winds blew around my house. More branches came down. I took a good, sturdy look at one of the trees in my yard, and I'm concerned with the health. And sometimes it's a matter of taking care of a problem before it becomes a bigger one. So my friends at Custom Tree Surgeons are going to be paying me a visit pretty soon here. Got some stuff I need to get done. Got some stuff I just need to make sure. In fact, this same tree I'm talking about, Custom Tree Surgeons came out and did work on the property, a couple, 3 years ago. Asked about that tree, kind of with the intent of thinking we're going to have to take it down. Then they said, I think you're probably okay for a while. We'll look at it next time. So it's that kind of service you get. They're not just trying to do a job, tack on the bill, and move on. It's Custom Tree Surgeons and CustomTreeSurgeons.com. All right, Trevor meets the media today. I wonder if he'll be asked for a response to something Shad Khan said at the press conference earlier this week. We'll play that comment for you and suppose when we return. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL is your home for Jacksonville University basketball.
The Dolphins' 2-game trip to Kentucky starts tonight in Louisville. J.U. Bellerman, 6:30 on 1010 a.m.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Duval Coke Florida congratulates the Jacksonville Jaguars on a great 2024 season. As the local Coca-Cola bottler celebrating 10 years of business, Coke Florida is proud to be the Jags' official beverage partner. From the season kickoff to the final touchdown, Coke Florida's 5,000 associates and passionate fans have cheered on the Jags all season long. Coke Florida and the Jags tackle game day with great taste.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. Are you tired of wrestling with your old shower curtain? Then say goodbye to the curtain chaos and hello to a new frameless shower enclosure. Wago Glass is clear, classy, and won't stick to you like a toddler at bedtime. Plus, it makes your bathroom look bigger and brighter. Upgrade your shower experience and step into style. Call me at Baker Glass and get ready to love your new glass shower enclosure. Baker Glass, no one treats you better.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean, the Duval sub, the Daily Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
David Garrard could really spin it on the field.
Gerard, fires.
Now he's spinning stories on Jaguars Today.
Okay, yeah.
Brought to you by WaterboyJacks.com. Mondays, 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Hey gang, Prosser here, and I've been telling you for years about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Lifetime Enclosures right now running an awesome special for January. Get a complete enclosure done, get free flooring. Now, that can save you some money. If you just need flooring, Lifetime Flooring, also running a buy one room, get the second room free. Once again, only for January. Now offering flooring coating as well. So give them a call. I know I did. Visit their showrooms just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to carlsondentalgroup.com. That's carlsondentalgroup.com for all of your dental needs.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Let's come back with a little breaking news. We do have updates. We do have interview schedules. This is kind of breaking overnight. A post from Jordan Schultz of Fox Sports. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Robert Saleh all accepted requests to interview with the Jaguars for their head coaching job.
Well, hold on. Who's the first person you said?
Ben Johnson.
Word?
Yeah.
That's a good indication.
Ben Johnson, the top candidate in this year's cycle, scheduled to interview with 4 teams. Virtual meetings already set up with the Raiders and Patriots on Friday, the Bears and Jaguars on Saturday. Johnson's been with the Lions since 2019. He's been the top offensive coordinator for the last 3 years. That offense is dynamic, to say the least. Pick a category. The Lions offense is at the top or near the top in the NFL. It's creative. It's a great game plan orchestration, from the start. They led the league in scoring, 33 a game, 9th in yards per rush, 2nd in yards per pass. Hung 52 on the Jags earlier this year. Now, Albert Breer of SI wrote recently he's hearing Johnson is only going to interview for jobs that he would be willing to take. So that's a positive. He goes on to say Johnson has 2 specific criteria he's looking for in a head coaching opportunity. 1 is alignment between the head coach and GM. And 2 is that Johnson wants to work with an owner who is, quote, willing to honestly identify the team's weaknesses and to, quote, address them aggressively. Shad Khan has proven to do that if he's getting the right input. He has been aggressive. He spent money on the recommendations of his GMs, and they have failed him. Spent a lot of money last offseason, wasted money. You could literally send last year's entire free agent class packing and start over if you wanted. And that includes Mitch Morse, who was solid, but nothing spectacular. It's a matter of finding the right guy, either through the draft or otherwise. But I asked this question yesterday morning, and now you have a more tangible reason, and I bet you, your answer was a little more solid than you thought it was. Mm-hmm. And that is this, and not just you, but to anyone who was listening yesterday, if the decision to keep Balky and the, throw up in your mouth reaction by so much of the fan base, it was, I think, driven in large part because of this implication, quote, in NFL circles, that the good coaches weren't going to work with Balky. They wouldn't even interview, in fact. Well, if there's alignment between Balky and Ben Johnson, maybe this interview will, kind of set the tone. This is an important one. I don't know how these interviews go exactly. And I got it down pretty well. We've had enough coaching searches here. Make no mistake, there are a lot of situations where you're interviewing a coach, and there are a few out there where the coach is interviewing you, and that's what happened Saturday when Ben Johnson and the Jaguars meet. May not be the same thing with Aaron Glenn, who also has virtual meetings set up this week and has the Jaguars on the schedule. Robert Saleh, who, by the way, is getting a lot of positive pub out there. As a guy who could be one of those guys who at the second stop, realizes his ceiling. The only thing that I don't like about Robert Saleh is just this recent, run of failure with the Jets. All right, that turns you off. You would hate, what would the Patriots have been if Bill Belichick's quasi success with the Browns had kept, held him back. No, that's not a prediction that Saleh goes on to win 7 or 6. But if he is going to, then yeah, let's hire him, right? All right. Meanwhile, Trevor Lawrence will meet the media today. Have a president. A lot's happened since we last heard from Trevor. He's gone on IR. His wife's had a baby. His head coach has been fired. A coaching search is underway. As to any input he may have, I guess we'll ask Trevor later, or Shad Khan at the dual presser with Balky earlier this week didn't seem to indicate that his quarterback's opinion would be driving any decision.
I talk to the players regularly, okay? So, and I don't want to identify Trevor or anyone else by name, but, listen to, what's going to make them successful. But this isn't, let's be clear, a second coming of Aaron Rodgers 2.0, okay? So we're going to do the right thing for the team. And obviously, our goal is if Trevor doesn't get better, the other players don't get better, we're not going to win. So the coaches coming in know who our foundational players are, and they have to be committed to, making them better.
Look, that's all fair. I think a little more was made of that. The headline grab. Shad Khan's comments can't be good news for Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence don't need to be picking no coaches. And by the way, you better believe that opinion, that meshing, that chemistry is going to be asked more of Trevor Lawrence than any other player, although Shad, as he just told us, talks to all the players as they move along. Weather could wreak havoc when it comes to playoff weekend. Not just in California where, if you've just been asleep and you haven't heard, Southern California is burning to the ground, man. Prayers for those folks out there. Thousands of homes. It seems like you'd have a better plan for those wildfires, E? They happen all the time.
All the time, yeah.
We have hurricanes here. Granted, the suddenness of the fire can be different, but there's plans in place. And man, that's a fiery hell is what that is. I can't imagine what it would be like to have a home up there in the woods and see the fire coming. So have you seen some of this video? These houses surrounded, people making a last-minute escape, trying to last as long as they can. And where do you go? You go running into a wall of fire? Well, good gracious, man. So anyway, that's just a devastation out there. And I think what could ultimately come into play here a little bit. Now, LA is such a bigger area, so many more emergency responders, but I bet you, dollar to a dime, that they're all tied up at the moment. And if you have a playoff game, which is, I believe it's the Monday Nighter Rams. I think it is. I think Rams-Vikings may be or is it the fourth, or I don't know. Putting that silly game on Monday, I don't understand. I think it's the Vikings game, though. But anyway, it's not just whether or not the stadium itself is safe. It's all of the other, life and death concerns you have around. And never mind, I don't know, if for evacuation purposes, if SoFi Stadium would be in play there. I don't know. I haven't looked at the geography specific enough.
You are correct. Monday Nighter is the Rams.
Yeah, it's the Monday night game. So, I don't know. There's certainly contingency plans in place. In fact, that game may move to the Cardinals stadium, which will serve as, like the only time Cardinals fans can ever go to their home stadium and see a playoff game. So you got that as well. Look, the Rams in LA not notorious as for home field advantage. There would have been a purple stampede of Vikings fans in that stadium on Monday night. I'm sure they'll just move it on over to Phoenix, some 6 hours east. The Rams home field so much wouldn't be home field advantage rather, other than just the creature comforts. Becomes a road game for both teams. You call it a neutral site, sure. What it is, a road game for two teams instead of one. So potentially that game could move. And then we got a potential weather mess hitting the Cotton Bowl for tomorrow night's game between Ohio State and Texas. In the CFP semifinal, the National Weather Service expects a, quote, impactful snowfall to begin Thursday morning and last until Thursday night. That's a problem. The snow ice removal strategy in Dallas consists of, hiding under the bed and waiting for it to melt. We're talking about the infrastructure of the city. They don't get a lot. Just like if Jacksonville ever got slammed with a snowstorm, we're ill-equipped. They're better equipped than Dallas, but not enough for a superstorm event. That's going to melt some on Friday, which is when the game is scheduled. But for now, a winter storm warning has been issued. 2 to 4 inches of snow, up to a 1/10 inch of ice. Won't affect the game. The stadium does have a retractable roof, but getting there could be an issue. And don't forget, in 2011, remember they had that ice storm near Dallas, and ice fell and injured 6 people right before the Super Bowl? Tweaks to the roof supposedly will keep that from happening again. But yeah, weather on both fronts, to use a weather term, college and pro. The fires in Southern California could impact that playoff game, and they're not going to move this Cotton Bowl to any regard. But if you or someone was planning on going, be well advised. All right, let's come back with a football fix. News and notes from the National Football League. We're up and rolling. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. We got the Riley Report coming up 7:30. Talk more about these semifinal matchups. Doc Kevin Murphy today as well. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the NFC South champions, hosting the Washington Commanders Sunday NFC wildcard game at Raymond James Stadium, where the total is 50.5. Orange Bowl today, Hard Rock Stadium. Notre Dame a 1.5 favorite over Penn State, 44.5 the total. Penn State All-American defensive end Abdul Carter, a game-time decision. Fighting Irish running back Jeremiah Love, the team's leading rusher, expected to play. Tomorrow in the Cotton Bowl, Ohio State laying 6 against Texas. North Florida, a 3-point dog at Eastern Kentucky today. Jacksonville laying 6 on the road at Bellarmine, while Stetson's a 2-point favorite at home with Central Arkansas. $250 bonus and you open up a GBank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
New Year's resolutions. But let's be honest, by February, that gym membership is just a $50 a month guilt trip.
So why not take that cash and finally fix your leaky faucet, unclog that drain, or tune up your AC?
Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning has your back. Start the year fresh. No leaks, no clogs, no excuses.
It's a resolution you'll actually keep.
Call Duck Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Why buy from Hodges Mazda at the Avenues? Because they strive to ensure a satisfying and comfortable car buying experience. And now they're giving back. Lauren Brooks here. Hodges Mazda wants to say thank you to all educators, first responders, and healthcare providers by offering a complimentary oil change and car wash. Simply call them today or schedule online at HodgesMazda.com. This is part of the Hodges Mazda difference. Come experience for yourself. HodgesMazda.com. Free oil change not to exceed $79.99. Excludes diesel vehicles. Expires January 31st, 2025. See dealer for complete details.
Barley and Pie Brewing Company in Fleming Island is excited to announce an all-new happy hour, 7 days a week. You heard right. Every day from 3 until 6 p.m. and again from 9 until close. Barley and Pie has deals you can't resist. 2-for-1 clay lights, 2-for-1 house wines, and much more. Experience the all-new happy hour at Barley and Pie Brewing Company in Fleming Island.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Bowl season brings the holiday feeling.
Deck the halls, deck the halls.
When you play 1010XL's Ultimate Bowl Challenge, you've got the chance to win $1,000 in jewelry from Beard's Diamonds. Log on to 1010XL.com and start picking.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back home this Friday and Saturday for Lizard Kings weekend. The Icemen throw it back to the 90s and pay tribute to the Lizard Kings by wearing special themed jerseys and a Lizard King bobblehead giveaway for the first 1,000 fans for Saturday's game. So relive your days from the Reptilian Pavilion Friday and Saturday at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Game time 7 o'clock. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIceman.com or call 904-602-POP. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
Looking for a great place to enjoy some craft creations and soak up some scenery? Fernandina's Mocama Beer Company is a must-see and must-try. Nassau County knows it. Visitors need to find out about it. Mocama means near the big water where the sun is born. And if you visit their tap room in Fernandina Beach, you'll see how they've mastered equal parts precision and art in creating great flavors from IPAs to Pilsners, lagers, and sours, plus plenty more. Mocama.com, Mocama Beer Company. Start an adventure and Find them in Fernandina.
This is Dr. George Bari inviting you to look online at BariOrthopedics.com for the latest in medical advancements when it comes to getting you back to full joint health. After studying under Dr. James Andrews, I know proper diagnosis is the first key to treatment, and educating the patient is the fastest path to recovery. Whether it's chronic back pain, nagging arthritis, or necessary joint replacement, we're here to serve you in the best possible way. We are Bari Orthopedics and online at BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and this month I want to talk to you about welcoming the winds of change in your life. But so often, when we see the winds of change coming our way, our immediate response is to fight it. Friends, when you see things in your life changing, when the winds of change are coming your way, don't fight it, but embrace it. Recognize that God is stirring you up so that you too can soar like an eagle.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E2T with my bookie, and I hope everyone had a profitable betting regular season bet with my bookie. The college playoffs march is on. Notre Dame is favored by 1.5, favored over Penn State Thursday night. The over-under for the game at my bookie is 47 points. This matchup suggests a relatively close contest, and we know anything can happen. We're taking a look at betting the over here on points total. Friday night, Ohio State is the favorite team by 6 points against Texas. The over-under here is at 53.5 points, indicating expectation for a somewhat high-scoring game. Ohio State's lead in the spread might reflect confidence in the performance, and also is likely to be where the public is putting their money. But that 6 points is enough for Texas to cover the spread. So we're looking at going against the public and taking Texas in the points. If you haven't yet, sign up with my bookie, and we still giving that 50% deposit bonus. That's half your money back on your very first deposit up to $1,000. That promo code is 1010XL. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Come on, admit it. Almost everyone you know seems to be playing pickleball now, right? So whether you just want to learn how to play or you're ready to show off your elite pickleball skills, the Y is the place for you. Visit our brand new McGuire Family Pickleball Center at the Brown Family YMCA in Ponte Vedra Beach. 5 top quality outdoor courts and 3 amazing indoor courts where you can learn about dinks, dill ball, falafel, the kitchen, and more pickleball slang at the Y.
Make a resolution this new year to send all of your friends or family a Kuhn Flowers floral arrangement. E.T. here with 1010XL. Okay, how about sending just one person you love a floral arrangement? Kuhn Flowers can handle it.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The search for the next Jaguar head coach shifts into high gear as 3 candidates, former Jet head coach Robert Shala and current Lion defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn and Lion OC Ben Johnson, have each accepted the team's interview requests. There remains a number of reactions to the Jaguars' dismissal of Doug Peterson. Former Jag Bucky Brooks weighed in.
Yeah, you're disappointed because these coaches friend those things, but it's a bottom line business, and when you don't win, you're subject to be removed.
Wideout Christian Kirk will stay focused, whoever comes in as the head coach.
I play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. When I put on that uniform, I step in this building, I'm just here to be a professional, help this locker room, help everybody I come in contact with to be better and to help win football games.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Quietly or not so quietly, we're on the doorstep here of a changing of the guard in the NBA. The older superstars of LeBron and Durant and Steph Curry aren't going to drive the league anymore. It's guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder, who took, I think it was a 14-game win streak into Cleveland last night in a battle of the 2 best teams in basketball. That's right, Oklahoma City and Cleveland. Not the Lakers and the Celtics or the Bucks or Steph. No, right now it's Oklahoma City and Cleveland, 2 fantastic teams. Like, what are the records here? I think one's got 29 wins, one's got 30 maybe.
I heard that Cleveland is on the verge of breaking like the single season record that Golden State has set.
Oh, they're on that pace. Yeah,
they're on that pace.
Yeah, 32-4 now for Cleveland. You want a mini Shazam? 2 of those 4 Cleveland losses? You bet it was the Birds of Attack, the Atlanta Hawks. Better watch out. Yeah, 32-4 for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and with their loss last night, Oklahoma City 30-6. So yeah, 32 wins for the Cavs, 30 for Oklahoma City. Celtics have 27. That's second best in the East, and over in the West, man, Houston with 24. What about this top? Talk about the changing of the guard. Top 3 right now, and we're halfway home. Oklahoma City, Houston, Memphis. Look at that job, man. When he plays, Memphis is dangerous, huh? That's for sure. All right, let's get back to the more pertinent, and in this case, pigskin. All right, we do have news on the Jaguars front, the coaching search front. First, another request. This one for Brian Flores. We'll kind of detail his career in Miami a little bit later this morning. We're kicking this storyline around in various angles. But I guess the better news is that requests accepted and interviews now scheduled with both Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator. Interviews scheduled with Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator, both those guys coming from the Lions. Robert Saleh, who was fired by the Jets earlier this year, landed with the Packers, but in a role where I think he can go ahead and interview. I think he's accepted an interview request as well. Those are 3 good, solid, candidates. And so we'll see where it goes from there. Again, there are certain situations where teams, organizations interview coaches, and then there are others where the coach is interviewing the organization. And with Ben Johnson, that seems to be what the deal is. But at least to this point, Jags are going to get their crack at certainly the hottest name. By the way, not the unanimous choice by Jaguar fans, but I don't think there'd be a lot of complaining if Ben Johnson were named head coach. In fact, with Balky's, staying along and in part was so protested because you wouldn't even get to talk to a guy like Ben Johnson, which apparently they will get to do. All right, fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let's go through some other news from the National Football League. All right, so apparently it's part of the concussion protocol. You do a practice, and then you see if there are symptoms after. So he got to that point. His teammates said Jalen Hurts looked sharp. I bring this up. This is a tremendous storyline. Without Jalen Hurts, you could argue Green Bay will beat him this weekend. And with Jalen Hurts, you could argue they could upset Detroit potentially. We've talked a lot about that potential second-round matchup between the Ravens and the Bills, and that would be a good one. But what if Minnesota beats... Well, unless there's other upsets. But potentially we could have a Vikings-Lions rematch right there as well, right out of the gates. If the playoffs hold the form and the 2 and 3 and 4 seeds all win. Well, or in this case, Minnesota will be upsetting the 4 seed, the Rams. So as long as the 6 or 7 doesn't win and Minnesota beats the Rams, which, by the way, is a coin flip, we could have another Detroit-Minnesota matchup on the horizon as well. Big news in this coaching search. It's the Bill Belichick. And I guess Amy Lawrence was reporting this morning that Tom Brady's conversations with Bill Belichick weren't specifically about, the Raiders coaching job and being the Raiders coach. Well, if Amy Lawrence said it must be true. I mean, Tom Pelissero here of the NFL Network and NFL.com, a verified, NFL Network insider, is reporting something different. He says Brady's been in touch with Belichick recently. Brady and Belichick, of course, won 6 Super Bowls together with the Patriots. There's a thought that Brady believes that the situation there in Vegas needs someone like Belichick to establish the culture and a winning program, sustainability. And so there's a lot of smoke and fire. If there's one odd dude who would take a job at North Carolina for a month and then leave for the NFL, it would be Bill Belichick. You are talking about a guy who accepted the Jets head coaching job and never coached a game for him. Was traded to the Patriots, and then that all happened. But apparently there's been a second team also that's at least put inroads into Belichick. Would he be interested? And I just say, man, you guys are some piece of work out there in the NFL. The guy was right there and basically left twisting in the wind last offseason, and now that he's got a job, y'all want him? Make it make sense. All right, the argument about Shedeur Sanders, determining where he would go, or his dad putting up roadblocks to certain locales. Did you see what Shedeur said about the finalized draft order?
No, I didn't.
Says fine with him. I mean, basically gave the impression that, man, I'm going to go where I go and we're going to win.
You better say that.
Yeah. I like that a lot better than
Yeah.
Daddy saying we're not playing for X, Y, or Z. All right, the playoff game between the Vikings and Rams I mentioned earlier could be moved because of those wildfires, so all eyes will be kept on Southern California, and prayers go out to those people out there. Over 1,000 homes have been destroyed by fire. I mean, that's your whole life, right? And I think many of you may know people that here in Florida that have gotten struck by lightning and have lost things in fires. I mean, it's just absolute devastation out there. It makes a playoff game between the Rams and Vikings pale, I'm sure, on the local front. So we'll see if that game does indeed need to be moved for what could be a variety of reasons to the Cardinals Stadium in Arizona. All right, the 49ers are not putting out any mixed signals about what they're going to do with Brock Purdy. I mean, we seem to suggest sometimes that maybe Purdy's not good enough. In fact, they say they're motivated to get a deal done and get it done quickly. I would imagine Purdy would fetch a contract in the neighborhood of Trevor Lawrence, wouldn't you, E?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would think so. By the way, this narrative that, sure, Kansas City's going to lose to Denver. No one wants the Bengals in the playoffs. Yeah, Travis Kelce'd like a word. Kelce's not having any of that talk on his podcast. Jason Kelce, his brother, brought up speculation that maybe they didn't want the Bengals in the tournament. I ain't scared of bleeping nobody, Kelce said. I wanted him in the bleeping playoffs. I want to slay every dragon one by one like Mortal Kombat. I don't even want this to be like we play the lowest seed. Just give me the best team. Taylor Swift's boyfriend went on to say, AFC, NFC, give me all of them, Mortal Kombat style. I'll go through every bleeping one of them. Just give me the best bleeping effort. I ain't scared of a single soul, man. I'll play him in a Walmart parking lot. Easy to talk when you got a bye week this week. And also easier to talk when every time the NFL gives you one of those, quote, dragons, you do indeed Mortal Kombat style or otherwise slay them. Back-to-back Super Bowls, Chiefs shooting for a three-peat. Talked a lot about Jalen Hurts, his health status. Jordan Love and that elbow still sore. He's knocked out of the game against the Bears, don't forget. And so his comfort level for sure are going to be tested this weekend. Rand Carthon, the former Gator, by the way, former Gator running back, fired as the Titans GM. Carthon got that job 2-3 years ago. And now he has lost it with the Titans holding the number 1 overall draft pick. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Home Course, Jointed Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly, my friends, with my favorite course, my home course, the Jointed Creek Golf Course. And Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin, because you find out what your insurance agent's all about when you need them. That means Mandy's your assurance agent. It's the Allstate team of Mandy Bowers there in Mandarin. Hicken, Rival, and more come your way next. The Riley Report, 7:30. Doc Murphy this hour as well. You're immersed in the drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Remember the voice in your head? The one that said,
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
here's the place it came from.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Pour Downy in the rinse shade. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. Terminix stops termites in my home fast. These destructive pests may have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so does Terminix. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem. I certainly wasn't going to. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. Terminix.com.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the chairman of Underwoods. With Christmas behind us in 2025 here, the last thing you want to hear is somebody trying to sell you something. That's why at Underwoods, we'd like to just stop and say thank you to all the people that came in our stores over the last year. Whether you bought from us or not, we want to thank you for coming by and giving us the chance to help. You know, in North Florida, there are a lot of people trying to sell you jewelry. But at Underwoods, we consider it an honor for somebody to come in and just give us that chance to help. And if we do a good job, we might get a chance to serve again. Having served North Florida since 1928, all of us here understand what a customer really gives us during that visit to Underwoods, their trust. And it's up to us to do everything we can to keep it. So on behalf of everybody on the Underwood team, thanks again for coming into our stores. And we wish each of you a Happy New Year.
When it comes to towing products, your safety is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
Start your new year off healthy and get screened at Ackerman Cancer Center with on-site imaging, including whole body MRI, PET and CT scans, and mammography. Early detection is key. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Lone Pronto. Florida Gator men's basketball team, following the win over number 1 ranked Tennessee, landed at number 4 in the AP Top 25 rankings. Head coach Todd Golden looks for the win to be a launching point for the rest of the season.
You know, this is a great result for us, and hopefully this kind of continues to catapult us through the rest of the season.
The JU Dolphins are on the road this evening to take on Bellarmine. It's the first of 2 on the road. Head coach Jordan Mincy laid down what he expects from his team.
It starts with our practices. We have to be super
we're aggressive. We have to understand what we're going to do, and we have to string together a couple wins.
The Dolphins and the Knights will tip it off at 6:30. You can hear the game live on 1010XL AM. The eyes of the college football world will be on Miami as half of the college football playoff final will be settled this evening when Notre Dame and Penn State meet in the Orange Bowl. Game time is 7:30. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 6:59 and it's 32 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir! Woo! Make me happy. Morning, E. Let's go!
Just setting the tone.
Hello, Thursday.
Just setting the mood.
Yeah. Loving it. Loving it. Good to be here. Let the interviews commence.
Let them roll.
You know, I don't get the whole... I mean, I know you want to do as much due diligence as you can, right? I would do that through more like venting and stuff, but if I spend like... We've concluded our interview with this coach candidate, that coach candidate, 2-3 hours. I mean, remember how long the one with Peterson dragged on?
Oh, like half the summer it felt
and it was like, and it was thorough, which I get it. So I'm not sitting here saying that's terrible, but you can still be wrong, I guess is what I'm saying. You don't know until you get the guy here and so if you get a good feeling, maybe you should just give him the job. You know what I mean? Like if I interview you for 3 hours, E, and then we reconvene again for another interview.
I think I got that job, bro.
Is something going to happen that in the second interview that didn't happen in the first interview?
Are you trying to make me slip up? Or are you trying to what are you trying to do?
Like, is it like if we went and played golf together, which is 4 hours?
Okay.
After those 4 hours, won't I have a feel if I like you or not like you? If I think you can, do the job or not do the job? If I think you can ultimately win a Super Bowl or not win a Super Bowl?
I would hope so.
And so I don't need to play a second round of golf with you. Is my point.
Unless you just like playing around the golf with you, boy.
Oh, right. But I've already offered you the job. Is my point. I mean, my point is let's do this round of interviews and then let's hire a guy.
I feel like Ben Johnson will interview the Jags rather than vice versa.
Yeah, my guess is, and this would be my speculation, that if Ben Johnson agreed to the interview, then the Jags are not set with their front office. That would be my guess.
I think it's one of these deals. I mean, I think you're right. I think Shad just doesn't want to do like a whole total, quote, overhaul or whatever. Yeah. And his way is, I'm going to let this guy pick the coaches. If he brings me one that overwhelms me and that guy says, hey, this, then he, just like Shad said, right in front of him. I don't know.
And not just rhetorically.
Right.
Shot will pick him, but he'll do the...
Right, but he'll bring them to him, right. And you know what he's doing? You can tell that... I'll give you something else. There's no oddball cuckoo ones on here.
No.
Like, back you throw you a cuckoo. Why are we talking to the special teams coordinator from Seattle?
Right.
These are all the...
I think the only one that would raise an eyebrow to me is the Graham guy from Vegas.
But if you really look at his resume, it should.
Good.
15 years in the league. He worked for the Patriots, a linebackers coach, been the DC in Vegas, and their defense wasn't terrible. Okay. I mean, it's not great. I just saying he's not like out of the realm of a guy that would.
I guess if I was interviewing defensive coordinators, I'm damn sure hiring Brian Flores before I hired Patrick Graham
or Saleh. But who knows?
I would love to have Robert Saleh as our defensive coordinator.
I hear you.
I don't want to have him as our head coach.
I know. I get
I thought he did not do well.
In quote circles, they like him. They think he's going to get a second job.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, circles last year didn't give Bill Belichick the time of day, and now that he has a job, they want to talk to him.
Weird.
Middle finger, boys.
Well, yeah, that's weird. It's like they're all knocking on the door right now. Where were you guys? I asked you guys.
Correct.
It's like Belly went and said, "Okay, so you're sure you don't want me?" Yeah, that's right.
If I'm Bill Belichick, I send a little email to Arthur Blank. Nice season, Arthur. Good luck next year.
I would tell him you'll if you're interested in me, you better start at $20 million and total control. Yeah. Otherwise, don't bother.
The Brady one is interesting.
It is interesting.
That one's interesting. That one would seem to be the most likely.
Which, by the way, also would verify. Listen, and Brady always did this. It was us as in media,
fans.
Talk shows. Yeah. Brady or Belichick, or Belichick. Obviously they both respect the heck out of each other.
Right. They're not best buds. They're generations apart. It's like being best buds with your grandfather.
Deep down, I think there's a little bit of Coughlin or, a little bit of Belichick and Coughlin, or Coughlin and Belichick. They appreciate him after they're done.
Yeah.
And
they would appreciate his style, knocking some of the young bucks into line and getting something
very transparent.
And with a high draft pick and with Brady there in some sort of role of quarterback evaluation, not to mention development. I mean, if you're Bill Belichick and you get a quarterback and Tom Brady is part of the ownership group, that quarterback immediately comes in with this expectation.
Yeah.
Listen, this guy's the best in the business. You know why? It was always working. Always. Like, infamously.
Mm-hmm.
So that one would be intriguing to me. I would like to see that. That would be fun. That would be a fun story.
Yeah. I don't think
Did Jim Harbaugh recommit to Michigan last year after winning it all and then take the job, or did he leave it up in the air?
I felt like we all knew he was going.
Yeah, me too.
That's how I remember.
Me too.
I don't know, but that's how I remember it.
Me too.
How I remember it. But Belly's got a history of jumping ship
for sure.
So who knows?
Right. He signed with the Jets, never coached a game.
Belly may go. I don't know. It'll be interesting. But yeah, as far as the Jags, the Ben Johnson one is certainly intriguing. And I think that's the one that most Jag fans would want.
Aaron Glenn also has agreed to an interview. Sala, we mentioned, has agreed to an interview. Flores has been now requested officially. And again, these are kind of like just the who's who of what everybody's going for. Kellen Moore, Joe Brady. These guys are all.
I guess my question is, when I was talking about, one interview and done, like Ben Johnson does his round of interviews and Aaron Glenn does his round of interviews this week, and then they get working on their playoff opponent. I would assume they would have a pretty good feel after this where they want to go and who wants them.
The coaches, I would think.
Yeah. Like, in other words, I talked to the Jags for 3 hours on Saturday.
Sure.
He all but offered me the job. Do we want to go to Jacksonville?
I don't think the Jags style, I don't think any of these coaches is going to leave the Zoom meeting with this overwhelming opinion that they're the team's favorite.
Yeah.
And they should. Like, the Jags should make Ben Johnson. The Jags should already know that, honestly.
Right.
Sight unseen. This time for this guy to get his shot. Let's be the team to give it to him.
Yeah. Seems like a great fit.
So what
Right.
We'll interview everyone. I can't, I'm just going to go with the obvious here. Let's try the obvious. So we'll see. Now, does that mean Ben Johnson's going to be a success? Like, to Tony's point, no, it doesn't mean it. But he's got a track record that would make you think he's got a shot.
Right. Right. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, here's the thing. You get Ben Johnson here. It means things change in the front office, and Jag fan is very optimistic again.
Yeah, you would think that, right? If Ben Johnson gets
right? Wouldn't they be? E, would you be?
Man, yes.
Right?
Yes, that's what I want.
Yeah. I mean, you become, and listen, you hire. I mean, I like Brian. I just got a feeling that Brian Flores is a guy. I just like what he did in Minnesota. I liked how he handled the Tua situation, and I feel like, and I like where he's been, and I feel like he's learned a lot. That's the second chance guy I would give. So I can get excited probably about just about any of those guys. I don't think I'm gonna, and that's what you do as a fan. You just hope he's better than the last guy, and I think most everybody agreed that it was the right move to get rid of the coach. There wasn't a problem with that around these parts.
Correct.
It's just the problem with who kept him. All right, let me give you the.
But I will remind folks that part of it, and to your point, this just could mean that he won't be there. But the part of the reaction from the fan base was the fear that with Balky, we wouldn't even be the chance to interview these guys. So that, at least is one fear that for now is taken, at least put aside. We'll see how it goes. I can't imagine they do I can't imagine an interview with Trenton Schott is real overwhelming for a candidate. Just watching them, I don't know. I don't know that to be true. I don't mean that they're any less, personable or capable as anyone else. But I don't see Trent Baalke wowing you.
I guess if Trent Baalke does, so say Schott does the interview with Trent Baalke, and then when they congregate, what does Trent say? Like if the guy comes in and the guy says, "Look, I would want to have my own personnel guy." Does Trent say, "Yeah, well, I'm willing to take a step back"? I mean, what does he say to Schott? I don't like that guy. I mean, how do you handle that? It's weird. It is a weird dynamic, right? They do the interview. Clearly, Schott is enamored. Let's say clearly Schott's enamored with candidate. Say it's Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson during the interview process says, "Well, listen, this thing's too hard. I appreciate you respecting me. I appreciate you bringing me in, but I would definitely want to have my own personnel guy that I could work side by side with." I've heard too many. With all due respect, I have no intention or no desire to work with you. I mean,
right?
You got to be honest, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And so then they
I think there's got to be some separate time. I don't think Ben Johnson's entirety is spent with Baalke and.
So they go both.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to get the owner's got to have soul audience with guys. You can't let this. He's already finagled you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's bamboozled you, Sean. Whatever Balky's telling you is half true.
Yeah.
It's not total truth. It's 100% shaded.
Because if you're Schott, you want to hear different perspectives. If you're Schott, you want to ask Ben Johnson. You want to ask Liam Cohn.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
You saw our team. What did you? Why were we so bad?
And what do you think of the GM? That's very important.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Listen, I think this. If I'm if I am the coach and I am explaining to Sean my hesitance with the GM, I would say this. Well, Mr. Khan, certainly you were here at your team. You have a better feel than I do. I'm obviously busy. I know, I paid attention to the league. I see you. Because I don't understand, though, how you were 9-8. You won a playoff game, and you gave the eventual champions all they wanted, and your roster and your team has gotten worse the last 2 years. That's not all coaching. I'm just telling you with all due respect, Mr. Khan, that's not all coaching. You went from 9-8 and a playoff win to 4-13 in 2 years.
I feel like that roster needs a bit of an overhaul, Mr. Khan.
And by the way, what I just said is true, and it's why Trent Baalke shouldn't be here.
You want to know why I'm winning? I think I'm pretty good at what I do, but you know what? I got a quarterback who's playing at elite level. I got two great running backs. I got receivers galore. I got a tight end who's unbelievable. I got the best line in the NFL on the offense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm chock full of studs.
And you know what? And
dogs,
and by
stars.
The way, you could get Robert Saleh to be your defensive coordinator. It's not a guarantee to get a head coaching job. He usually takes a little bit of a.
What I read is that ultimately they don't think Saleh will get a head coaching job, and then he'll decide between San Fran and here.
Well, here would be good from this standpoint. I've been told he still has his golf membership at Deerwood, so he wouldn't have to do anything there.
Well, there you go.
It's already taken care of, the golf. No golf weather out there these days, though.
Oh, it's cold.
Yeah, it's not Florida. Like, Florida cold is 50. We'll put on beanies when it's 50 degrees.
It's raw.
Yeah, it's a northern cold.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Now, granted, it's northern November cold, but it's northern cold.
But in terms of weather, listen, Dallas has got all kinds of issues. And then obviously what's raging in California is nuts. I was talking to one of my buddies, one of my fraternity boys. There's about half a dozen of them who made their way out to Cali when they left school and cast their lots out there. And he said, it's crazy. He said, and he kind of concurred with what you see what Joe Rogan said? Joe Rogan said he's talked to firefighters and out there and previously, and they said they've been lucky. He said if they ever get a bad fire there and the winds blow, there's nothing they can do. It's just going to go right to the ocean.
Look, acts of nature. It's hard to go full frontal on blaming agencies or this, but it would seem that is such a concurring problem out there. There would be a better plan than just let it burn.
Yeah,
there should be at some point, do you set up some something?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It burns all the time. Set firewalls up in the middle of the forest.
He he said everybody's paying attention to the winds. He said it was 20 miles from him where he lives, but the winds are something that they have to pay close attention to and how it blows, and it was changing all the time. It was just it's nuts. And it's very sad. It's very sad and heartbreaking. So with that said, we'll move on to our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, the Gators, and the PGA Tour. Went to the crack staff last night, Jeff and Ian. I said, you know what? I need something non-football. I can do this coaching thing. We've asked about the Balky. We've asked about Peterson. We've asked who you want.
Time to show your versatility.
Show a little versatility. And so it was perfect on this day. The staff, let me give a shout out. Billy on the staff came up with this one.
Shout out, Billy.
You have an assistant now.
We have a staff that comes up
poll
with
questions.
I
didn't realize. I thought you just spit them out when you pulled into the parking lot.
They work. What happens is there's one from sales, one from construction.
Oh, geez. It's a brain trust.
Well, the Dream Finders boys take this seriously.
Okay.
This isn't just a fly-by-night
All right.
operation.
Well, I take my answers seriously, so I'm glad I'm in line with them.
Yes, thank you. So it is it's $1 billion industry is what we're talking about. It's construction. We got 15 different locations right here in Jacksonville. And we also offer a 4.99% fixed interest rate for a limited time. Jump on that now. Here it is, and I'm kind of proud of it.
Okay. Sounds like the group should be proud of it.
I'm proud of what they came up with.
Oh, okay.
Since Elvis turned 90, okay, we want to know. And then
I don't know what happened in calendar year 2024 that Dan became this Elvis historian.
Yeah. Then I had to narrow it.
Okay.
My first question was, the first thought was,
going on?
Who's the greatest entertainer of all time? Whoa.
That's hard.
Then I got men, I got women.
You can't do that.
What does entertainer mean?
No.
All right. Who is the greatest male entertainer of all time?
He said Cardi B.
Who is the greatest, right? Who's the greatest male entertainer of all time? Nah, still need more.
Okay.
What's an entertainer? Is it a comedian? Is it an actor? Is it
Sure.
Who's the greatest male musical entertainer of all time?
Okay.
The same person came to my head every time.
Is it one of them on the list?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a no-brainer, bro.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. Well.
Is it Michael Jackson, Prince?
Mike Jackson.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you got two of them.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the new version of that is Bruno.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't think to put in there, but he's got a little of that in him.
I went old school.
Okay.
And this guy
Elvis?
Elvis is
Okay.
one. It's
All right.
Elvis, Michael, Prince,
and
then this guy underrated.
Okay.
But
Garth Brooks.
A great one.
Yeah, he's very good.
And
man.
I had a couple people tell me he should have been Garth Brooks.
He's a good one.
And I can't argue that.
Yeah.
I went with Freddie Mercury.
Prince, or Queen.
Yeah.
I never saw him, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
he put on a show. Elton John was very flamboyant.
Very. But these guys, because it's not just the way they could sing.
Sure.
It's
their
dance.
impact.
They can play instruments.
Yeah.
It's
right. Entertainment.
Entertainment. Thank you.
I'm with the. I'd go.
Yeah.
I go Michael Jackson, but it's not a slam dunk. I mean, that's
he thinks it's a slam dunk.
Yeah, it's
and
not.
A lot of people do, and he's as far as
it's a 360 windmill dunk.
I would look again. I'm there. Then I didn't get dunked on. So, but there's yeah. I mean, that's a hard one. Prince is Michael Jackson light. Come on, man.
Is he?
Yeah. I mean, he's a big boy, but he was never Michael Jackson big.
Elvis
is just too old, man. I think if Elvis were closer, a lot of Elvis fans are dead. They're my grandparents.
I'll tell you another one.
Huh?
Even speaking of old, Sinatra.
For sure. And that's a different kind of entertainer. That's a command the room,
Yeah.
sure. But there's truth there. Well, and some of those Vegas, there are other Vegas, literally like Tom Jones in Vegas.
Yeah.
Hell of a show they put on.
Yeah.
Just look at the underwear drawer.
Yeah, but not.
You know that story, E?
No.
My man Tom Jones used to perform, and the girls would throw their undergarments up there. And when I say girls, I mean the 62-year-olds.
But that's still. He's not. He's not up there with Elvis.
For
Michael,
sure. No, nowhere near.
Prince and Freddie.
That's fair.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Anyway, 782 votes at the poll question. Michael 49.6, Elvis 27.1,
yeah,
Prince 12.7, Freddie Mercury 10.6.
I'm surprised Freddie Mercury. I thought he may be like a 3%er, to be honest, only because of how big the competition is there.
Yeah.
I would go Prince and MJ are similar to me. I would go Elvis too.
Yeah,
but again, I'm a child of the South from Tennessee. When Elvis died, man, I was probably when did he die? 77,
76.
I'm 10. I'm 19 years old.
78.
Buddy, you knew in a heartbeat heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Like in a heart, that news traveled fast. You didn't need social media, cell phone, none of that, man.
Yeah.
And it was somber, my boy. That was a summer death, wasn't it? I feel like I was playing outside. Yeah, I was playing outside in the middle of the afternoon when the word came in.
4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes right now. Interest rates available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for all your information. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you, man. Be a first-time homeowner. You'll be glad you did. All right, we're just warming up. We got a lot to do today. We're talking some college ball with Riley Skinner. That's coming up next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, either next or next. We'll do it next. You're darn right we will. The playoffs start tonight. This is the drill.
Do it
it's
live.
Custom Tree.
Do it live.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, so the coaching candidacy is underway, and I think the interesting thing is Ben Johnson, but we'll see what happens going forward. And listen, again, there are a lot of good candidates in this pool. And you know what? We just got to hope we can, you know what? Sometimes they say, what's the old saying? A blind squirrel can sometimes find an acorn. We haven't had the best of success around here. Our best coach ever is still our first coach ever. With all due respect, I would like to replace that. That would tell us that we're on the right track in terms of a football franchise and winning. And that's your Duval Minutes brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power, looking for winners. Experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. Benefits are incredible. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Man, what an offer. Come see why Lift Power year after year after year is voted one of the best places to work. It's a rapidly growing business. It's served the Jacksonville area for a long time, more than 50 years. It's family-owned and operated, and we want you to be part of the family. Don't let this great opportunity slip by. Learn more by visiting liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives. Focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
The new year with a new look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's sales event. For a limited time, save 20% on their energy-efficient windows and patio doors, designed to keep your home comfortable all year. Plus, zero down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
It's a new year at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. Cash in this month with thrilling promotions and tournaments, including daily high hands and table games clockwork cash out, giving away $300 cash every 15 minutes and selected weekends at all 3 Best Bet locations. Catch all the excitement in 2025. See all the details and learn the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
The
Florida Forum Speaker Series welcomes New York Times bestselling author Deepak Chopra, moderated by Shad Khan, January 15th. For your chance to win tickets, text FORUM to the text line covered by Lifetime Flooring at 641-1010.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Open enrollment is here, so it's time to secure health coverage for your family. Whether you need Affordable Care Act plans, dental, or Medicare, contact Florida First Insurance Group on University Boulevard, an award-winning Florida Blue agency well known for providing superior service. Theo Mitchelson and his team at Florida First make the process easy and stress-free with medical and dental insurance you can count on. Plus, listen to this. Based on eligibility, many people pay absolutely nothing for coverage. Contact Theo Mitchelson and the Florida First Insurance Group today and let your health be their priority. And a reminder for Florida Blue members, visit Sanitas Medical Center with 3 locations in town offering primary care, walk-in services, and on-site pharmacy and mental health support. SANITAS Medical Center, Florida First Insurance Group, and Sanitas Medical Center, a winning team in Northeast Florida.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day and any time. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for, a couple decades, and he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of concierge medicine. And I'm sure going to go with him. What is concierge medicine? Well, you can go to mypvconcierge.com and get all your answers, but it kind of works like this. You're not feeling well, you need an appointment, you go see Doc T that day. Sometimes with doctors, you can't get in for a couple of weeks. Medical emergency, here's Doc T's personal phone number. Call him 24/7. He gets right back to you and helps you. In other words, he has less clients, which allows him to practice medicine and be there for you when you need him. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. And as far as doctors, Townsend's one of the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest, been a fixture in our community. So whether it's yearly physicals, officer virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, you can learn more, like I said, at mypvconcierge.com, mypvconcierge.com. But go in now because spots are filling up fast.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
When it's time for new tires, you can count on Big Chief Tire for quality and value. Frank Franchi here. Their expert team will help you quickly find the right fit, ensuring a safe, comfortable ride. With quality options, fair prices, and quick installation, you'll be back on the road in no time. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today to schedule your appointment and roll into 2025 with great confidence. Big Chief Tire keeps Jack rolling.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. And now, Catlin Truck Accessories brings you the Riley Report with Riley Skinner on 1010XL.
Well, we play all year long to get down to this. Weather concerns in Dallas as well, not so much for whether the game will go or not, but to get to the game is going to be a disaster. They're expecting 6 inches of snow and ice around the Dallas area in the next 24 hours or
Note
so.
to people, stop having big games in Dallas. They had a Super Bowl there, had the ice storms. I mean, just get out of there.
It's really by, if you were just going by like weather info, it's a safe place to have one, but boy, it has not timed up. I can remember a Cotton Bowl back in the day being in an ice storm way back in the day. Bringing the always red hot Riley Skinner. The Riley Report brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories. 2 games left, Riles. Let's jump into both of them. I feel like if Penn State and first, good morning, happy holidays, all that good stuff.
Good morning to you.
I feel like if Penn State and Notre Dame are playing an epic, important game, that the final score has to be 17-16. I mean, that's what a good old fashioned Notre Dame Penn State game score should be, if you ask me. But college football has changed, and both these teams are competent. I guess there's just a lot of unknown with Penn State because they've gotten to the Final Four by beating teams you normally schedule in September, quite frankly.
They have. When you look at the offensive firepower and you go to a big old boy tight end for Penn State and a average receiver for Notre Dame, it's not going to be high flying. But yeah, I mean, the matchup is good though. Like the matchup between, I feel like if it was Penn State, Ohio State, I think it could get really ugly. Or honestly, Notre Dame, Ohio State. But for the semifinal, it's the fun matchup to me. We talked about it last week. I just like watching Notre Dame. They're not overly electric. I really like Marcus Freeman. Already, Riley Leonard, we've talked about him. Nothing jumps off the page other than a likable, gritty, hard-nosed, puts his body on the line, going to throw for a $175 a game, run for 62. But it feels like every time he's got kind of one of those electric plays that just gets the whole team behind him, takes them into a win. I look at this game, I like Notre Dame, not by a lot, but the reason I like Notre Dame is their defense is opportunistic. They've turned the ball over almost more than anybody in the country over the years. Over the season. The only thing about that is, I don't know how y'all feel, it's hard to predict turnovers, right? Like, you got a team that turns the ball over a lot, but that's not something you can always predict of turnovers, right? It's hard to just say they're going to get a tip ball falling into the hands of one of their safeties. But it seems to happen historically, game after game. And I think Notre Dame's defense is going to be the deciding factor in this one.
It's so dangerous to use cross references, but I feel like, Notre Dame beat Georgia as comfortably and easily as Penn State beat Boise. I
agree. They
just dominate them. They hit hard. That was the hardest hitting team I've seen in a while. It doesn't jump out at you. So credit Notre Dame. I like Notre Dame big here. Hick, what about you?
Big?
When I say big, 10 points. I don't mean 38-10, but I see Notre Dame beating them all, kind of like they beat Georgia.
It's a great Penn State still needs to prove something, even though they've won a couple games. It's just like this would be a good one for James Franklin to get. I like Notre Dame in this game.
I will say this.
I am surprised that, as we shift into a quarterback-centric world of college football, that
they made it this far.
Yeah, I don't think Riley Leonard's all that great, but he's a tough kid.
Good running backs, good defense.
But I'm a little surprised.
You know what, guys?
The Allaire kid's solid. He's throwing for 3,200 yards.
Yeah, the NFL scouts love him.
Like him, big
they love him.
But can you name a stud Penn State receiver? I go to the Tyler Warren kid.
Yeah, they go to the tight end the most. He's their best player.
They go to the tight end all the time. And with Notre Dame, the thing about Notre Dame is two things. One, they start off with a lead. In most of their games, they've gotten out to a lead and then played with a lead. So I think what can make it close if Penn State, gets the ball first or gets out to a lead, gets Notre Dame to punt, gets a field goal, and next thing you know, they're up 10. We haven't seen Notre Dame have to come back from behind very often in the last 5 to 6 weeks. So that could be, to me, would be a point of emphasis. If they win the coin toss, if I'm Penn State, I'm taking the ball and trying to get out to a lead. One thing Notre Dame, though, too, is which I like with Marcus Freeman, they're really good. They're really good in the red zone scoring touchdowns, which means they go for it a lot on fourth down. They don't settle for a lot of field goals, and they're gonna risk getting that touchdown. And if they don't get it, it's great. Our defense has you backed up inside the 10. Good luck going 90. So it's going to be a gritty game. Just what the brand and the fabric of both of these two teams. It's going to be a fun one to watch. I'm with you guys. I like Notre Dame. I don't think it's going to be like a Notre Dame. I think it's going to be a closer game than Notre Dame.
You know what? All four of these teams are like in the top 5 in the country in scoring defense.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
In college, especially
in this world of high paced, up tempo.
I bet that's the case. I bet you I bet you Michigan was top 3. I bet you Georgia before them. I bet you still at college football at this level, you better have that top 5 defense to win.
Yeah.
Alabama always had great defenses.
How excited are these fan bases to get out of?
The SEC.
To come down to Miami.
Oh, yeah, with the weather, that's for sure. I will say the one thing about Notre Dame that we may be taking a little bit of a false sense of security, and that is this. Yeah, they beat Georgia 23-10. Yes, it seemed comfortable, especially in the second half, because when Georgia had to make plays, they couldn't when Notre Dame did. But they did score all those points in like 40 seconds with that weird stuff happening.
They did.
So the game was really more like 10-10 than 23-10. So, maybe that bodes well for Penn State,
they've
perhaps.
been opportunistic all year from a turnover perspective.
Yeah.
So
this kid, though, this tight end, for folks who haven't been paying attention, I mean, he's Brock Bowers good at Penn State. Tyler Warren, the Penn State tight end, has 98 catches.
Yeah.
1,158 yards. That is a lot of yards, man, especially for a tight end. 98 for 1,158. Those are
funny,
impact
too,
receiver numbers.
He's a tight end who looks slow to me, but he just keeps going.
Yeah, he must be faster than he looks.
He must be.
What's he doing in that room? Where does that tight end statistics stack up over the last 2 years? You got that off your
Google machine?
Top of your dome?
Wow. Dan will cover that, and I want to
wake up, E.
I want to.
I'm out to it.
I want to shift gears from sunny South Florida and tonight's Orange Bowl to frigid, Dallas in the Cotton Bowl. I'm amazed this hasn't been a bigger storyline. Hick, I'll run this by you too. Or maybe it was, and I missed it. Again, not on social media. I'm not like up to date with every single little, fan sidebar. But I feel like it hadn't been mentioned at all. And I guess it's because so much of the Texas and Quinn Ewers conversation concerns Arch Manning. But the fact that you got this big, semifinal game tonight with Ewers going against the team that he transferred from.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't heard that whole Ohio State tie-in as much.
Just because he
was there for half a minute.
Yeah.
He didn't even start, did he? Did he?
No.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't even play a year. He left and then
he just filled his money bag up and then just started.
Boy, he had to give it back, didn't he? Or
did he have to give it back?
I don't think you can take the NIL and then say I'm leaving.
You keep what you get.
Yeah, I guess.
Keep what you get.
Prorate it.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm with you. And the other thing Will Howard, the guy's been electric as of late. And I feel like the storyline's always Quinn Ewers, right? I mean,
he hit that deep ball the other day, boy. He had that deep ball working in that quarterfinal game.
He's just been. I mean, if you watch him as he dropped back, I mean, he is making decisive, quick decisions, getting the ball out accurately. He just looked in full and utter control and looked like one of the best. I mean, when we went up with Dylan Gabriel, it was like, holy cow! Why have we not talking about this kid more than we should have? And the guy threw for 3,500 yards. I mean, granted, he's got some absolute freaks and frisbee catching dogs he's throwing to, but at the same time, man, I feel like he's been very understated for the year. And I'll raise my hand as one of those that didn't really talk about him either. But having a full front row seat to the last few games and watching him and that offense operate has been a thing of beauty.
Hick, isn't Will Howard the SEC all-time leader in passing yards? Who was that? Him? Will Howard? Was that him?
No, K-State. Will Howard.
I thought he got transferred from. Who am I thinking of? The Mississippi State kid. Was Will Howard not at Mississippi State and then transferred? No, I'm thinking someone else.
He went to Washington.
Who am I thinking? What's his name?
Mississippi State kid was.
Did he set records? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He with the Pirates.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
I'll look it up.
The kid who transferred from Mississippi
SEC's
State.
all-time passing leader. That guy. Will Rogers.
Yeah.
That's who I'm thinking.
Yeah. Will Howard's K-State.
Yeah. But Will Rogers saying 2024. It confused me. Yeah.
Yes.
I think So with this game, I don't know what y'all's opinion on this game is, but I look at Texas they've been hard to put your finger on in terms of like who they are, offensively. I mean, you watch them against Clemson, and now granted Clemson's run defense is pretty bad, but they ran for, I don't know, 250, 270 against Clemson. And they go to Arizona State and ran for like 60 yards. And I just don't know, like, what team's what. And to me, I think that their only prayer in this game, I'm going to say only prayer, but I think a big emphasis for Texas has got to be establish a run game early. They've got to keep the ball out of Ohio State's offensive hands, and they've got to figure out how to run the ball. But Ohio State's got a pretty dang good run defense and defense in general. So it's like, to me, that's what they've got to do if Texas is going to have a chance to win the ball game and get some shots downfield.
Where are you on that one, Hick?
I'm riding Ohio State.
Yeah,
I had it from the
Texas has not been impressive, guys.
Texas has
they haven't beaten anybody. They played Georgia twice, who's just okay. Twice. They lost to them twice. They weren't all that impressive in their playoff game. I mean, they won. Don't get me wrong. Arizona State though had to hit 4th and 13 touchdown, or they'd be done. I think Ohio State's going to beat the crap out of them.
Do you?
I do. I think it'll be 34 to 20, 34 to with the late 34-13 late score. That's what it feels like.
I know y'all have talked about this. First off, that Texas-Arizona State game was one of the most entertaining games I've ever watched in the last 10 years.
We needed that one in this playoff.
Yeah, we did.
Horrible.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. But it's hard to be that dialed in for 3 games straight. I say this all the time. When there's perception of a foregone conclusion of a blowout, it's hard to live up to that week after week after week. There's going to be something fluky that happens against Texas. It's kind of some jolt of energy, whether it's a special teams play, some kind of tip ball, fluky turnover that gets Texas into it. But I don't see Ohio State doing what they did to Oregon this week against Texas. I don't. I see them winning by 10, maybe.
Texas can play defense too. That's fair.
Oregon not a blowout.
Yeah, Oregon doesn't play defense like Texas does. So to that, Texas can play defense. So they can. Yeah, perhaps I'll overstate it. Just Ohio State look so. But to your point, man, a team can beat Georgia one week and lose to Vandy the next. We've learned that this college football. So to take too much out of what the last time out was, I just don't believe in Texas after watching them. But maybe back off of it. It's going to be a blowout. They do play enough defense.
But it's better that we have this than I'm more intrigued in this game than if Arizona State got through Texas and it was Ohio State versus Arizona State. I think Arizona State maxed out this year of what they could do. I think they would have ran out the gym if they played Ohio State on neutral site. I think Texas's defense will make it a little more intriguing. Get the brand of Texas in there. It's in. I mean, the games. It's pretty much a home game for them. Like it's going to be an electric atmosphere. And the only X factor I keep thinking about is we talked about it last week, and I was dead wrong about Dan Lanning and Ryan Day.
Yeah.
But man, Ryan Day's on a freaking mission. And I know he's
good for him, man. That is a tough
tighter
spot.
and tighter and tighter. But I think he had a huge monkey off his back after that performance of just dominance, saying, "Yeah, we lost to Michigan. That is way in the past. Watch what we can do now." And so, I mean, good for him to get it because everybody and anybody is breathing down his neck in Columbus. And so, I don't know. It's gonna be a fun one. I mean, you've got the 3 of the top 7 biggest brands in the game left in the playoffs. So it's
we're going to have brand name final. In some way, shape, or form. We'll have a big brand final. That's for sure. Well, there should be no rust involved. Seeds 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bye didn't do them any good. It was bye. So all 4 of these teams have played 2 games. So I'm going to leave this. I'm going to define what this week's Catlin Truck Accessories Roll and Lock is, and that is you telling me who will play in the finale. I need you to tell me the winners of today and tomorrow's games, and who we'll be looking at playing for the national title.
I'm going Golden Domers.
Okay. And Ohio State.
Versus the Buckeyes, man.
All right. Well, Notre Dame, Ohio State. That sounds like chalk to me. But who do you got? I don't disagree. That's exactly what I think. Nick, you the same?
Yeah.
Which means probably one of those two will lose.
Probably.
That's been that kind of season.
That's exactly right.
Riley, appreciate you so much. Always weigh into your insight and throughout the course of the college football season.
Enjoy it as always, boys. Y'all have a great day.
All right, buddy. There he goes. That's Riley Skinner on the hotline. It's the Riley Report brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories. By the way, I'm going to give you a quick speed trap before we go to break. We'll come back with Doc Kevin Murphy. Listen, I give the boys credit. They're probably in a bad mood today, but if they sent you out for speed control duties and you're a member of the Chips, you got a motorcycle cops out there looking for speeders today? Probably not in the best mood, and apparently out there at the airport as you make your way into that River City marketplace area. Keep those speeds down. Keep that cash in your pocket. Back with Doc Kevin Murphy and more next. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here from Bow Nye & Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and the founder, of course, of Bow Nye. Visit Bow Nye & Associates today. You'll experience the difference. It's Bow Nye & Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
He wore 56 and played a key role in their best season ever.
I'm your tape translator, Jeff Loggener, on Check the Tape Tuesday on Jaguars Today.
Brought to you by Napa Auto Care. Tuesdays during football season on 1010XL.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Hey folks, Mike Detsy here for Pella Windows and Doors. Look, it's kind of cooling down right now. I love opening my windows up this time of year. If you're looking to upgrade your windows in your home, I want you to visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Ask about their latest hurricane and impact-resistant windows and doors, rated #1 by Consumer Reports in all three main window categories. You want quality, style, and protection? Visit PellaJacks.com and the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. That's Pella Windows and Doors online at PellaJacks.com.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T with my bookie, and I hope everyone had a profitable betting regular season bet with my bookie. The college playoffs march is on. Notre Dame is favored by 1.5, favored over Penn State Thursday night. The over-under for the game at my bookie is 47 points. This matchup suggests a relatively close contest, and we know anything can happen. We're taking a look at betting the over here on points total. Friday night, Ohio State is the favorite team by 6 points against Texas. The over-under here is at 53.5 points, indicating expectation for a somewhat high-scoring game. Ohio State's lead in the spread might reflect confidence in the performance, and also is likely to be where the public is putting their money. But that 6 points is enough for Texas to cover the spread. So we're looking at going against the public and taking Texas in the points. If you haven't yet, sign up with my bookie, and we still giving that 50% deposit bonus. That's half your money back on your very first deposit up to $1,000. That promo code is 1010XL. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and this month I want to talk to you about welcoming the winds of change in your life. But so often, when we see the winds of change coming our way, our immediate response is to fight it. Friends, when you see things in your life changing, when the winds of change are coming your way, don't fight it, but embrace it. Recognize that God is stirring you up so that you too can soar like an eagle.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
You know him, you love him. He's Dr. Kevin Murphy, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Hey, first
Southeast
things first.
Orthopedic Specialist.
SOS. He doesn't think it says that.
It's not SOS.
Yeah,
I wish we'd get that right.
Yeah, it is SOS.
But whatevs.
Let's get to the important thing first.
Uh-huh.
What
do we got?
Never mind the injuries. You got the old hated Ravens there.
Oh,
the old hated. I would say this for Baltimore: be careful. Be careful of that nemesis. Be careful they don't hold that high-flying offense to about 13 and win some ugly game.
Nobody's giving them a chance, so you
that's a bad team.
9.5 points.
I call Vegas and put your money on it, man. Doc, can I have some money? I want to bet 9.5. The Steelers 9.5. Dan, seriously, that's way too much, isn't it?
Way too much.
They've met 3 times in the playoffs. Granted, Pittsburgh had great teams with Roethlisberger in those meetings, but Pittsburgh is 2-1. But even Pittsburgh beat them once this year. How did they play him in Baltimore? Is that a close game?
They didn't play well.
They got beaten bad.
Yeah, they got beat pretty bad.
It was late in the year, wasn't it?
It was close in the beginning, but they didn't.
I think
Russell fumbled running one in at about the 3-yard line, and it went downhill.
The 9.5 is too many, man.
Yeah,
that's too many. Do you have hope of winning? I mean, you go into this game thinking, hey, we can win.
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
This is like Army Navy games. Honestly, it's a battle. They're
physical.
Matched physically.
It brings it closer. Normally, it brings that outcome closer together because they're so familiar and they each have. Yeah. And here's another thing too that makes that matchup so interesting. In an era where coaches last 10 minutes, you got these two guys. They've been going against each other. How many times have these two met now? 40?
62.
Wow. 62 times?
Who do you think's one more?
Tomlin and.
No, not the coaches. The teams have met 62
I was going to say, well, what do I miss?
The Steelers.
Yeah, for sure. That's just the Ravens, right? That doesn't include the Browns.
36-26. Pittsburgh.
The Ravens have made a lot of hay in the last 15 years of that. Although they've only been Ravens came about
That's
in
not true.
97.
Pittsburgh's won 8 of the last 10.
They puff up.
Me.
They puff up
when I
they
said
play
lately,
the
I probably was
Ravens.
thinking old man brain, like when they're winning
Watt
Super
will
Bowls.
be just insane. He'll be punching.
That'll be a
balls
good
out
game.
left
That's
and
a fun game.
Yeah.
That's like one of the top. That's a must watch.
Yeah, that's a must watch.
Yeah, I think of all. In fact, of all the first round games, that to me is the most intriguing.
Doc, make sure you have all your streaming networks available because this one's on stream only. You're not going to go. You're not going to go find it on NBC.
Prime?
Yeah,
I used to complain. We all have Prime now. In a playoff game, I'm willing to not want to channel surf. Regular season Prime bothers me because you want to pop around different things.
Yeah, as long as I know what it's on.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I will say this is a bad omen, perhaps. But the Ravens won the Super Bowl in 2000. Have you guys seen this stat? This little quirky little
12
stat.
years?
It's more than that, though, now. We've got another layer to the 12 years.
Okay.
They won in 2001. Then they won again in 2013, 12 years. And now it's 2025, 12 years later. But they're now adding this layer. Trent Dilfer was 28. Joe Flacco was 28. And Lamar Jackson is 28.
Oh. They faced off Tomlin v. Harbaugh 33 times in the regular season, 3 times in the playoffs.
Wow, 36 meetings. They're probably about even, aren't they?
Let me see what we got here.
That's got to be pretty
Steelers
even.
are up. Steelers are up on them.
Yeah. Like Tomlin versus.
Yeah, they do well against the Ravens most times.
Yeah, they do. And the Ravens used to do well against the Patriots.
Yep.
In the 18-16 game, Boswell was 6 for 6 on field goals this year. That was
that's right. That game that they kicked all those field goals and held on to
Tucker's
win.
a heck of a kicker.
They're known for holding Lamar down. Lamar's worst career numbers are against the Steelers, and it's not even close. They bottled him up. Whether that's design or Lamar continuing to improve. So maybe certainly it's a tougher test. Every year we see Lamar now, he's a little better than the one last year. So. But what a game. What a game setup. All right. Another playoff game is Philly hosting Green Bay. And if Jalen Hurts doesn't play, I think Philly loses round 1. If he does play, they can go to the Super Bowl.
He practiced yesterday.
Tell me how that coincides with the concussion protocol. I guess I was wrong. I thought you had to be cleared before you went on the practice field, but apparently they're now saying you go through and that's the last stage of clearance.
Yeah, so going through drills without getting hit, low speed kind of stuff is kind of the final test. And if he went through that, I'm sure. It's been a long time. It's been like 3 weeks.
Yes. I was surprised that, I didn't think there was any doubt.
Well, they also say now it had to be verified independently. Is that all the time in the NFL? First, your doctors clear him, but then they've got to take that next step and get independent clearance?
Yeah, and that's a check the block thing.
Do they clear him, though? Like, does the team clear him and he goes to practice and then the independent confirms the clearing, or is he not cleared? He's still, you see what I mean?
I got you. He's cleared.
Yeah.
He's clear.
Okay.
If he went through drills, he's clear today.
And that's very important for Philly. And I'm glad. I want these teams to be at their best. I mean, we got some great potential matchups down the road in these playoffs. I mean, say Minnesota beats LA. I mean, we're going to have Minnesota, Detroit, another rematch of that game. Didn't go so well for Minnesota last week, but nonetheless. So, yeah, there's really nothing to worry about here with
I don't know if you saw it, but the Ravens receiver, Zay Flowers, did something to his knee. I don't think he'll play this week.
Is that a bone bruise, you think? It looked like he was making this motion. It looked like he got hit on the side of the knee more than twisted it or sprained anything.
Well, bone bruise or a small microscopic fracture, they figured that out, but they're kind of the same thing. So it just hurts. Can he play on it? Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough to play.
I don't think
he'll
play.
And for a while, or like entire playoffs, or just this week?
Probably a 3-week deal.
Yeah.
The Lions are saying David Montgomery's going to be back for the divisional round, and that's one. And he went to I feel like we doctor shopped until somebody let him play. He went to 4 or 5 different opinions until finally someone said, "Hey, yeah, give it a rip." So remind us what his energy.
Don't have surgery. He found one.
They better win a Super Bowl, maybe the end of his career. No, but in all seriousness, what was that injury? What normally would happen, and is this a surprise?
Well, shopping around for somebody to either do surgery or not surgery is not unusual, but I think he had an MCL tear. And
he did. He suffered a torn MCL.
Yeah, and most of those you don't fix. I'd say 99% of them you don't fix. If you have an ACL and an MCL that's complete, while you're doing the ACL, you do the MCL sometimes, but I typically don't. That heals by itself. There's a lot of studies that show that there's great blood flow to that ligament, so it heals. So
how quick?
Well, that's the problem. It's not a quick fix either way. Even if you're operating it, it's not a quick return. It doesn't change the return to play time.
Is he just being optimistic then because he feels a little bit better every day? But for him to say,
"I'm fixed," you put a brace on it. It's usually, if it's a complete MCL tear, it's going to be 6 weeks before it's really healed to the point that you could safely play him. Unsafely play him at 4 weeks if it's complete.
This sounds like we always talk about a big determining factor is the risk of future injury. This sounds like a big risk for future injury if it's got weakness there.
If it's a complete tear, the brace is not going to fully protect him. So if he injures it again, now you got ACL, you got other things.
I just don't know why a team, even with a guy like Montgomery, would think that a injured running back would be better than whoever their third stringer is.
Yeah,
honestly.
A grade 2 where it's partially, not completely torn. I didn't see his MRI. If that's the case, you put a brace on him, 2-3 weeks you're playing.
Okay, maybe that's
not
it.
A problem. But if it's a complete tear,
it just scared me when I said doctor shopping. I more meant someone to tell him you're clear than someone to get surgery. Yeah, it seemed like 4 or 5 people said he wouldn't play, and then finally found someone said he would.
Doc, Jordan Love hurt his elbow against the Bears. He's talking about grip. Grip has come back, but there's no or pain in the elbow when he throws. Mm-hmm. What is that, most likely?
Well, loss of grip strength was probably the ulnar nerve got injured.
Okay.
So that controls the pinky side, which is really your grip strength.
Right.
So that's probably what happened, that he had a nerve injury, and that comes back slowly. The pain part of it you can manage many ways, but if it's the grip strength, that's a time thing. There's nothing.
He said the reason he was limited in practice Wednesday was because of his hand and getting back to gripping and throwing the ball. So that's Wednesday. I'd be more concerned about Jordan Love's status than, like, for example, Jalen Hurts' status for me.
Yeah,
well,
you can't grip the ball fully, fumbling, and even just controlling the ball.
Or you throw it, you take a shot on the elbow or whatever.
He gets hit on that nerve again, and your whole hand goes numb. Those kind of things are a problem.
They might go Malik Willis.
No. They shouldn't. Christian Watson tore his ACL. He's a receiver for the Packers, non-contact. You could tell right away it was down he went.
You guys have seen enough of those.
Now know.
Buckles,
man.
It's like,
golly. It's so
that guy, and he's one of those too. It's all the time, and he's always hurt. He's always getting, contact, non-contact.
So if you do that in early January, I guess you can play next year, but it's a slow road back. You may not be back till
September.
Yeah. And then you got to work. Earliest. Yeah, you might be thinking second half of the season where I can be fully effective.
Yeah, year's the number. Truly, 9 months you could get back. Before that, it's unrealistic.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy, man. Well, it's great. It's a great time of the year. They got the NFL playoffs. The Notre Dame running back, and I don't know what he did.
It's ankle, isn't it?
It's Love. Is that his name? Yeah. Is supposed to be good to go tonight.
Yeah, they've given him the all clear. He had like the long touchdown run to start the game,
yards,
and then didn't really play.
Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
But yeah, he should be good to go.
Did he even play the second game? The long touchdown was the first game, wasn't it? The Indiana game?
Yeah, no, yes, but he did play. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He had a knee injury.
Third quarter in the Georgia game.
Yeah.
But the long touchdown run wasn't against Georgia. It was against Indiana the week before. But he had over 1,000 yards rushing. And again, 1,000 when we throw you 1,000-yard seasons in college for rushers and receivers, it means something. They're playing 11, 12 games. It's not what the NFL standard. 1,000 shouldn't even be the standard anymore in the NFL. I mean, it's 60 yards a game, and you're getting to 1,000.
I kind of like their backup running back too, though.
He was good. He came in and was good. But they had that Estime kid last year, and he's with the Broncos now. They're pumping him out left and right. What do we got? Anything else, Doc?
I think we're good.
All right.
Good.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Happy New Year to you.
Sir, Doctor.
Looking forward to a great 2025. Yes, and each and every week we'll get that injury report locked up for you with Doc Kevin Murphy, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, boys.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He's 1010XL's best offensive lineman. Whoa! Sorry, 71. For real? Leon Searcy.
He's just getting his game back.
Afternoons 2 to 4.
Tell me they got that in slow motion.
On 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, it's playoff time, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the postseason. More than 10 million members, can't be wrong. Billions of dollars awarded in winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. App's easy to use. All you got to do is pick 2 or more players across any sport, more or less on their projection. Man, you can win a lot of money. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits in your account this sports season. Download the Prize Picks app today. That's how you do it. Download the app. And by the way, if you use code JAX, J-A-X, you get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks. $50 when you play 5. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Aunt Linda clogged the guest bathroom. Your nephew thought the AC was a snow machine. And let's not even talk about the kitchen sink after that turkey grease incident.
Ooh, congratulations. Your family finally left. But the mess stayed behind.
Don't worry. Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning can fix it all. From backed up pipes to overworked AC units, we've got you covered.
Start the new year fresh because your house deserves it.
Call Duck Rooter today at 904-862-6769. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
New year, new club. This is Joe C., and I'm proud to be a member of Southampton. And with the popularity of golf, getting a tee time is tough. But with membership comes member privileges. Enjoy clubhouse dining, expanded practice area, focusing on all parts of your game. And right now, you can join with an annual commitment and get a $1,000 discount, plus $500 of Pro Shop credit. All the details are online at golfsouthampton.com or call 287-PLAY and make a tee time today at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Hi, I'm Janelle. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the bold flavors. It's very savory. And that golden crispy outside of the sandwich just lets me know that it's going to be so perfectly juicy on the inside.
I'm Sawyer, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the crispy chicken filet. You get the tenderness of the chicken and that zesty pickle. It's savory and tasty. What's not to love? The holidays are all about being together and eating together.
Sandwich in some together time this holiday. Order the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Need extra cash for the holidays? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is always buying guns, musical instruments, surfboards, and tools, and pays cash money. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
This is head coach Matthew Driscoll from the UNF men's basketball team. When our players suffer an orthopedic injury, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists gets our players back on the court pain-free.
We appreciate the endorsements from our high school and college coaches. This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Start your new year off healthy. Get screened at Ackerman Urology for common cancers of the prostate, bladder, and kidney. Early detection is key with 5 locations across Northeast Florida. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. Florida State traveled to Coral Gables on Wednesday night and got the win over Miami. FSU got their first road game win of this season entering the night. The Seminoles continue to dominate the series, winning the last 13 of 14. The JU Dolphins are on the road this evening to take on Bellarmine. It's the first of 2 on the road. Head coach Jordan Mincy laid down what he expects from his team.
It starts with our practices. We have to be super aggressive. We have to understand what we're going to do, and we have to string together a couple wins.
JU and the Knights will tip off at 6:30. You can hear the game live on 1010 XL AM. The Jacksonville Icemen early in the first period got a natural hat trick that downed the Greenville Swamp Rabbits on Wednesday night in the East Coast Hockey League at 5-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're ready to reset here on a Custom Tree Services Thursday. Dan's got the ear guitar. He's just riffing. He's now standing up, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy this on YouTube.
I got you.
This should not be free. Oh, he's on there too. We got 2 guitarists here. Look at him. I mean, there's some serious. You know, guys, when you watch a band and then the 2 guitarists look at each other like lovingly as they duel. That's what's going on. Point to each other. That's beautiful. Love it. Love the feelings. A couple of backseaters there, ladies and gentlemen.
Ride together.
We got news on the Jaguars front. If you are afraid that Trent Baalke would be a roadblock to even talking to some of the top candidates, those fears have proven to be unfounded. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Robert Saleh all have interviews now scheduled. So request accepted. Johnson will be Saturday. We know that for sure. I would assume that Glenn will probably be Saturday also, but Glenn says his are Thursday through Sunday. Each of these guys has 3 or 4 teams that want to talk to him. Saleh, who knows if he ends as a head coach, always keep him in the back of your mind, as a defensive coordinator. Meanwhile, the Jaguars also have requested officially permission to speak to Brian Flores. Does he come, Dan, with just too much sideshow? I mean, there's a lot to unpack with
Not
Flores.
for me, but...
Yeah, but for some?
Yeah.
Or for Shad Khan, probably is the most important question. There's a couple of things with Flores. Flores sued the league, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Sued the Dolphins in the league when he was let go by Miami under racial discrimination. I don't remember the exact parameters of it, but it was race-related. No, Yeah. The Flores? Yeah.
Yeah, it was race-related.
Sure. So that didn't keep him from latching on, and he's back, and he's earned his way then. And then he also had this deal with Tua. And I guess Ryan Fitzpatrick recently was interviewed and was saying, buyer beware on Flores with some of the, I don't know, maybe these are personality conflicts, culture, chemistry, whatever, all those things that you need to be right. One thing's for sure, we don't need a quarterback unfriendly coach here. That wouldn't seem to be the recipe. And I don't know that Brian Flores is quarterback unfriendly, but I'm not Tua. Remember what he said back in the spring?
Explain to us the difference in having a coach who did believe in you and what was happening with Flores.
If you woke up every morning and I told you you sucked at what you did, that you shouldn't be here, and then you have somebody else come in and tell you, dude, you are the best fit for this.
The facts are facts. You're playing at a very high level.
You have a terrible person that's telling you things that you don't want to hear. You're going to start to believe that about yourself. And so that's sort of like what ended up happening.
That sounds like the Belichick mode with Brady, and it doesn't work with all quarterbacks, and today's in particular, and Tua specifically. That sounds exactly like, didn't Flores come from the Belichick tree, right? Wasn't he with the Patriots?
Yes.
That sounds verbatim how Bill Belichick dealt with Brady. Brady has said as much.
Yes.
Yeah, and Tua couldn't handle it.
Some people can take it, some people can't.
And I think Flores was trying to emulate probably what he learned and saw, and
I think he was a little bit surprised by that.
That would seem to be what I recall his. I don't remember exactly what he said, Dan, but I do remember being impressed with how he handled that.
Handled it great,
because that was a pot shot out of nowhere.
Yeah,
right?
I like the guy.
Yeah.
I'm if they hired him, I'd be fine with
I
it.
would too. But the only thing my only hesitation with him would be the same for any other defensive-minded candidate. I'm worried about
call them plays.
I'm worried about the offense.
Yeah.
By the way, in Miami, 5-11, 10-6, 9-8. Not bad. Right? 5-11, 10-6, 9-8. So, and then he got fired. And he did file a class action lawsuit against the NFL, the Giants, the Broncos, and the Dolphins, alleging racial discrimination. The suit claims that text messages he received from Bill Belichick show that the Giants decided to hire Brian Daboll before interviewing any minority candidates, which, again, is if the rules are the rules. So I don't know where that stands or what's happening. But anyway, I like Brian Flores. I hope he gets another gig. I think he'll be successful. And I think he could have taken shots at Tua. He could have called Tua a baby, you know? He could have said, this is the way I coach. It's, you know, but he didn't. He took the high road and said, I'll learn from this and blah, blah, blah. And,
yeah,
you know, good for him.
He did. And that's all I didn't realize it was being interpreted that way.
And he's done a really good job in Minnesota.
Their defense was, I think, 4th or 5th fewest points maybe this year.
They're very good. They're very good. They're very pro. When these defensive coordinators get hired, gang, they all say the same thing. Our guy did. Man, attack, 11 to the ball. You're going to love it. And then you never see it.
Right.
He meant what he said. You watch the Vikings, it's noticeable to me. They creep up 7, 6, 8 guys on the line. You never know who's coming, who's not coming. They're blitz happy. I like them. So we'll see.
Well, they got to the quarterback they lost to Neil Hunter. They replaced him with Grenard and then proved they're the same guy.
Right.
Which is such a win for the Vikings in a million ways because Grenard cost about half as much as to Neil Hunter, who had the same numbers in Houston. Ultimately, that's a loss for Houston. You had a guy who's productive, and you went for the shiny, thought to be better guy, and he's not.
And they added Andrew Van Ginkel.
Well, anytime you got a Van Ginkel on the roster, you're ahead of the game.
Really good player. Really good player. Did you say it was Wayne Weaver's birthday today?
I got a text that it was. I was amazed. It hurt. 90 years old.
Yeah. Him and Elvis. 90.
Only Wayne made it.
Tuesday, January 14th marks his birthday. So anyway, happy birthday to Mr. Weaver. Without him, there would be no Jaguars. You got to understand the biggest news of all for the Jacksonville Jaguars when we were chasing the NFL. The biggest complaint was, hey, you guys don't have. They used to call him the white knight. You need the guy. You need the guy who's got the money. We didn't have the owner guy, and so they went and found Wayne Weaver, who was Ron Weaver's brother. And
he was dead.
Huh?
I mean, the movement was dead.
Yeah, and he came and he said, "Yeah, I'll do it."
This is the only break. I mean, listen, Jacksonville has not gotten any breaks. We've not gotten this. That was the biggest stroke of break. I mean, we won the lottery, dude. We were a non-factor in getting an NFL team. Everything fell apart around us, and it fell our way. Doesn't it feel that?
Man, is
that accurate back to recover that time? Then I mean, look, we were happy to be there no one thought we were getting the team.
100%. He sold it to Shad Khan for $760 million, which is a lot of money then. But gosh, think about what it's worth now. But anyway, happy birthday to Mr. Weaver. He was always very nice to me. As far as being an owner, he's okay. He wish we could have done more, but we didn't. We had a great run early. He always said his biggest regret was firing Tom Coughlin, and it was what it was.
That's pretty good when that's your biggest mistake.
Yeah.
Also sold to a guy who at the very least kept it here. Now he sold it to the worst performing owner in sports.
And they have
wins and losses. I mean,
yeah. So anyway, they've given away millions of dollars in charity. So
I found the one thing interesting about the Ben Johnson report was that, and again, this is Albert Breer in talking about Ben Johnson's mindset. He's obviously the top candidate. But, he wrote recently that Johnson is only going to interview for jobs that he'd be willing to take. Mm-hmm. So that's at least a positive for us against the narrative or the fear that he wouldn't even consider Jacksonville as long as Trent Baalke were the GM. Now, look, there's all kinds of sidebars to that, what that can mean. And we don't know the exact process of who interviews who, how, as far as Shad and Baalke in tandem, some in tandem, some individually, however it works. I feel like now, the further we get removed as we see who the list are, I feel like this. It feels like Balky just got punished into being some lame dunk, bring me some candidates guy. Go get me some coffee. Is that overstating it?
I think that's in play, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think why, because listen, I know for a fact that Ben Johnson was not interested in interviewing or working here in Jacksonville with Trent Baalke. I don't think he's changed his opinion. So, we'll see. And maybe Tony knew something that we didn't know, because remember how Tony was adamant when push comes to shove, will these guys interview or not? So I'm going to assume Tony was one step ahead of us on Tuesday when we talked with him. And I feel like he probably knew something that,
well, the way he said it,
we didn't know. The way he said
right,
it.
the way if you're going to go to bat for that guy on the wall, if you're going to go to the wall with Baalke, yeah.
And he also said, which this should be comforting the Jag fan, but he also said that Trent Baalke will not, if they think that Ben Johnson is the best candidate, and he says, I ain't going to work with Trent Baalke will not stand in the way. He said, quote, I know that for a fact.
Right.
So, again, that's, to me, game on.
Well, good.
Got a shot.
Well,
don't know how it's going to work.
If you could connect all these dots that are somewhat hidden from us, it might make you like doubly encouraged that Johnson is interviewing for like that sidebar reason, for that it means other big changes could be coming.
Right.
So we'll see. Now, he did say that, continuing with that same report from Breer, he said that Johnson has two specific criteria to take a head coaching job. Job one, alignment between the head coach and GM. And two, working with an owner who's, quote, willing to honestly identify the team's weaknesses and, quote, to address them aggressively. Shad Khan definitely fits that. He's just had a bad steward of that aggressiveness. Trent Baalke has taken Shad Khan's money and he's thrown it off the Buckman Bridge. He's not upgraded the roster. So I'm all for a guy coming in who can more accurately, identify where you need to be aggressive. More accurately, along with help, identify team weaknesses. It's not that hard, man. All the teams are closer than it's just how they're led and their chemistry and their playbook and all that, right? I mean, we see it there's no other way to explain an NFL season where every year there are dozens of games where some cruddy 3-10 team beats a good 11-2. It happens every year, all the time, doesn't it?
It sure does. You want to take a break?
Sure.
Let's take a break. We'll come back to do more. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
The NBA is on 1010XL.
Orlando looks to keep the magic going at home as the Bucks prance into town. Friday night at 7 on 1010 AM.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Do you have people over for the holidays? I bet you did. Kids everywhere, dirt everywhere, over the carpets, the rugs, the sofas, the chairs. Did the kitchen towel take a beating? Sounds like it's time to call my guys at Zero Res. And the Zero Res text to get the house looking great again. Folks, if you need help cleaning up after the holiday, give Zero Res a call right now. Get 25% off carpet cleaning and 25% off upholstery cleaning. Yes, sir. Zero Res. You spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's Sales Event. For a limited time, save 20% off on our energy-efficient windows and patio doors designed to keep your home comfortable year-round and your energy bills down. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation. But hurry, the special New Year's offer won't last. License number CGC 1527613.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
I'm Max Fink. Join me for the Gator Report on 1010XL as I break down the latest storylines in Gator Nation.
Put together by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator! The Jacksonville Icemen are back home this Friday and Saturday for Lizard Kings weekend. The Icemen throw it back to the 90s and pay tribute to the Lizard Kings by wearing special themed jerseys and a Lizard King bobblehead giveaway for the first 1,000 fans for Saturday's game. So relive your days from the Reptilian Pavilion, Friday and Saturday at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Game time 7 o'clock. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIceman.com, or call 904-602-POP. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
Making a difference in our community for 2025, Paul Martinez here, President and CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Florida. The Boys and Girls Clubs offers a safe environment to youth every day with homework assistance, a hot meal, career readiness, and character and leadership programs. 57% of club alumni say the Boys and Girls Club saved their lives. Help us grow our outreach as we serve the kids in our community throughout our 59 clubs. Go to bgcnf.org to donate and learn more.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Family owned and managed for 20-plus years, Hidden Hills Golf Club boasts a unique and welcoming atmosphere. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to book your next round on our Arnold Palmer signature course. You'll be glad you did.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys Locksmith Service.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
Your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
We got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. It's a 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, you hand out razzle-de-dazzle. What is it today, sir?
I got a lunch for two at Flame Broiler. That's real good food with real good ingredients.
Flame Broilers.
Yeah, for you. Just holler at your boy at the end of the 10-minute drill, 904-641-1010.
I like it. I like it a lot. I saw some notes on college basketball that I thought were kind of interesting. But remember we talked about, I guess Rutgers is going to have two kids drafted in the top 5 in the NBA.
And one of them is another Ron Harper offspring.
In the lottery. So they got 2 stars, and they're 8-7.
Yeah, that's weird because usually that's like the formula to make it into the Final Four.
Just the fact that they
8-7 in Rutgers is what, Big Ten? Probably speaks to Big Ten basketball a little bit.
Says
Harper's other kid, they never actually. They had a second star when I think Ron Harper Jr. was the first to go. So this is not Ron Harper Jr., right? I don't think so. I think Ron Harper Jr. has already played at Rutgers.
Okay,
a few years
this
ago.
is Dylan Harper.
Yeah,
and Ace Bailey.
Yeah, almost positive that they had Ron Harper Jr. and another pretty good player at Rutgers. That was a tournament team, though, as I recall.
They were ranked number 2 and 3 in the class of 24.
Did you see that dunk, that play from Cooper Flag the other day?
Yeah.
That boy real.
Yeah.
Whew.
Mm-hmm. The Harper kids averaging 21.1 points, 5.2 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Bailey, 19 points, 7.6 rebounds. They're going to go in the top 5 in the draft. And this statistically rarely happens. Like they're saying, this isn't LSU with Ben Simmons or Georgia with Anthony Edwards or Washington with Markelle Fultz. These are 2 elite top 5 players. The only other team in that conversation to have 2 lottery picks this year is Duke with Cooper Flag, and they're starting 3 freshmen. But Rutgers at 8-7, the only 3 tournaments to have 2 top 10 picks in the same year and not make the tournament all came before the 64-team tournament era. Like 73 Minnesota, 54 Western Kentucky, and 53 Seton Hall.
A lot of dubiousness here, though. I mean, you have like more people putting grades and ratings and players, right? You'd have to see where they end up in the draft before they get there. I have a hard time believing that they are actually top 6 players if they're 8-7. That'd be my answer.
Yeah.
I just do.
They say they are.
Yeah. Then, yeah.
And we're halfway through the season.
I don't know how you go 8-7 with that.
I know.
I just don't. Yeah, Ron Harper Jr. played from 18 to 22 at Rutgers, and he led them to 2 tournament. But it was the same kind of deal. They had big talent because they made it with bad records. 16-12 one year, they made it to the second round. 18-14, they made it to just the first 4 and lost. And other than that, for Rutgers to have an NCAA tournament appearance, you have to go to 1990 with, you know who? Who was the coach at Rutgers in 1990?
Was it Bobby Wenzel?
Yeah, Bobby Wenzel.
Shout out, Coach Wenzel.
He left JU for there? Is that the order?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say probably.
It definitely didn't go from there to JU because
it was NBA too. Don't forget.
That's true.
Here's what I would say. Here's a silver nugget or a golden nugget or a whatever nugget for a Tennessee fan after that butt whipping that we handed Charlton Gaganey's squad. This is so you're saying they have a chance. If you go back to 91-92, in the last 33 seasons, 5 times the team that went the longest before they lost won it all.
Florida did that one of their years.
5 times in the past 33 seasons, which is 15%, which is a healthy shot when you're thinking of a field of 64.
I wonder if you could also break that down by how long that start was. In other words, if one year the best start is 7-0 versus 14-0, which Tennessee was.
It was Duke, UConn, and it was Florida who ironically lost at Tennessee.
Florida was 17-0, weren't they? Or does it have the number? I want to say the Gators started
17-0.
By the way, Florida was really close. They'd be runner-up. They were third because Oklahoma lost later that night.
Villanova and Virginia.
By the way, I saw Arkansas got punked at home last night by Ole Miss.
They did.
That's where Florida goes this weekend.
That's unfortunate. I would have liked Arkansas to win
Virginia. Didn't St. Joe's 1 year ago? Oh, like you're just giving the ones that won.
They won it all.
Oh,
you got to win it all.
Yeah, you're not giving all the ones that.
So 5 of the 33 years.
Okay.
If
Tennessee does not look like a championship winner to me. Of course, I caught them on a day where Florida beat them by 30. It's hard to
make
view
a
them
shot.
that way.
Yeah, hard to make a shot.
And they beat Illinois by 2. It's a good win. Illinois is a good team. They beat Illinois by 2. Their schedule's kind of like Florida's, Dan. They have some good names on there, but they're not playing teams in years where they're real good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not using them as an example, but like a NC State or a Baylor, or whoever it is you're going to use. They did beat Baylor, who was ranked. They're good. It's just, again, when you watch a team get blown out, it's hard to, it's hard to inflate their power rating, so to speak.
3 teams that they said to be wary of in March, 3 ranked teams. Almost every January, we get a team or 3 that works their way to good records and sit well perched in the AP poll despite disguising their quality. They say Kansas a year ago would be an example. They were 13-1, number 3, but predictive metrics had KU outside the top 10. And so ultimately, the predictive models were correct. Kansas, which had little depth, wound up as a number 5 seed and failed to make the Sweet 16, barely beating Samford, you'll remember, in the first round. So the 3 teams that they say you should be fading right now are number 15, Oregon, number 17, Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's hard to believe
and number
Porter
19,
Moser.
Memphis. Those 3 teams they're not sold on.
Memphis is a weird team. They played a tough schedule, right? Didn't they beat UConn early in the year? I think they played Gonzaga already. They've Penny Hardaway still at Memphis.
So anyway, just interesting. Some news and notes. They said conversely, ranked lower than I think it should be team to keep an eye on is Dayton. So
yeah, Dayton, Marquette, round 2 losers. That's what those programs end up being most of the time. Draft talk. I bring this up only. I don't want to go deep here, but it caught my eye because it's your favorite correspondent. I mean, in the accolades you've given this guy on social media and here on the air, prove that.
Oh yeah.
By the way, this Shedeur Sanders being opposed anywhere that narrative looks like it's dying down. I saw a quote from Shedeur. Yeah, the order's the order. I'm cool with it, basically. So they have Cleveland moving up to draft Shedeur Sanders at number 1. This person.
Who is it?
Well, we're going to have to guess. Will Campbell is number 2. Let's wait till we get to the Jags pick. Number 3 will be Cam Ward to the Giants. Number 4, Travis Hunter. And that leaves the Jags with, it's just not the same guy you did yesterday. You would not have done this guy. Which mock draft did you do yesterday, or did you not catch the drafter?
It was Jordan Reed.
Okay, good. Well, Jordan Reed is in alignment with this guy, not a friend of the program. Your least favorite.
Oh, yeah.
The sweatshop correspondent.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dumbasso?
Trupasso, I believe.
I thought, what are we doing? What are you doing? We don't do him on this show.
Yeah, we didn't. I just
He's
said
an
Will
idiot.
Johnson. He has the same pick as Jordan Reed.
Well, he does for now, but he'll do something stupid here in a week.
Well, yeah. I think his stupidity is reserved for more off-topic. This one looks pretty standard here at the top, at least. Now, if you're picking 15th or 20th and you're going to look at Trapasso here, I don't know. Years of the sweatshop dust floor, you got to get better eventually, don't you?
I banned him from this program.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Yeah.
Dang.
You did. You didn't listen. No, he said something so stupid. That's why he became dumbasso.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but I mean, am I supposed to forget that?
No.
We just say, okay, Chris has worked really hard, and so now we feel like he's got a much better understanding. He had some stupid bleep going on. I mean, it was poor. It was poor. I got to admit. You know what I did yesterday? I was chilling out.
Chilling out.
Checking out my sports knowledge here late night. And I went down, somebody on Twitter posted in 25 minutes. Gators victory.
I've been watching that.
Over Ohio State.
Yeah.
It's fun to go back and look at the names of the people and you forget. But Florida, man, that offense
loaded.
That offense was good.
Loaded.
But on the first play, the touchdown by Ginn.
Teddy Ginn.
Yeah, Reggie got held. Reggie Nelson got held.
He did. I saw that too.
Yeah, they held him.
He had no chance to catch it.
No chance. So once Ginn exploded, they didn't realize. But I was listening to it, and the announcers were like, they talk about SEC speed, this Big Ten speed. But number 8 just grabbed Reggie and held him.
He did.
It ticked me off. And then, Pross, I'll give you, just because I looked at it, I will give you, what do I have in my pocket? I don't have my wallet with me.
I got something in my pocket for you.
You got some cash? I will give you money right now if you tell me who kicked off for the Gators in that game.
I got you right here.
Uh-huh. What you got?
$1.
Oh, $1.
Man, I don't play for $1.
Yeah. I'll give you 100 to 1.
Obviously it's not Hetland or one of the T's.
The Shetland pony.
Was it Hetland? No, yeah. It wasn't one of the main kickers. So this is just some D lineman. It's like Earl Everett, maybe?
Oh, it's a kicker.
It was a kicker?
He kicked off for the Gators, the opening kick, man.
So obviously he went on somewhere else.
57 kickoffs that year.
It wasn't Teague. He wasn't our kickoff. He was Spurrier. Yeah.
Hey,
They all
Shout
run
out
together.
Teague.
It's been a long
Damn,
time.
Teague.
I'm trying to think of kickoff specialists. Tell me another one not named Teague.
Good news for you, Teague, is that they just.
Can you name another kickoff specialist?
I can't name this guy. I want to ask Teague if he can name this guy.
Oh, so this is a name that's unfamiliar to you.
57 kickoffs that year.
Yeah, we kicked off a lot back
Maybe
when Herbs
you
was
know him. I don't know. I don't remember him. Number 98, kicker.
there. Is it like a foreign sounding name? Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's got a CZ in it, maybe, or
No.
it's like a ski something, isn't it? No. What is it?
It's not Arden
No, I know it's not him. I know it's 98. Yeah, it's got like there's not like weird consonants run together anywhere.
I'll give
There's
you-
no C and Z next to each other, that kind of thing.
But I'll give you his first name.
Okay,
Maybe you can get it.
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is deep.
I'll give you credit if you get it.
I'm not looking. For
I don't think I would have got it.
Not looking
Joey, number 98. Joey. Kicking off for the Gators, number 98, Joey.
And something. No, I don't know. Who is it?
Joey Ehas.
Never.
IJJAS.
In fact, I would have said Joey Ehas was like a backup linebacker who played special teams.
Is that name?
Never. 57
If I
times.
said to you, who's Joey
No,
Ehas,
never.
you would have said Gators.
No.
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 Who the hell's Joey Ehas?
Apparently he's a kickoff specialist.
Shout out Teague. 57 kickoffs.
He got a lot of
9
run.
touchbacks. Ehas, you got to be better than that if you're just a kickoff guy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Reggie got hell like a mother.
Yeah, Reggie got hell.
I thought I was going to get an easy one. Like something that happened in the game. I don't remember Ehas a bit, dude. Did he ever try a field goal in his career? Was he ever pushed into action?
I'll tell you
extra point, something.
I'm going to tell you that.
Did he just do it 1 year too? He must have.
I don't.
Who are you, Joey Ehas?
Joey Ehas, where are you now? Anybody know Joey Ehas? I'll give you something else. And I'll say this till I'm blue in the face, man.
God, please don't go blue in the face.
Underrated Gator on that team, man. A guy who made a big difference all year long.
There's a couple of them, man.
Yeah,
The little man. The
Taylor
little
Jacobs.
No.
Oh,
he wasn't on that team.
You go to say
Brandon,
25.
James.
Yeah,
Brandon James.
Yeah.
St. Aug's own.
Yeah.
That dude.
Ton of little plays.
They take a 7. They got all the momentum. They kick it to Brandon. He takes it back to the 50. He gets face mask. We're down 35. Leak takes us right in. Spread. We got Percy. We got Dallas. We got Cornelius. We got Caldwell.
Who was 6 on that team?
That's Jamel Cornelius. Also a good player.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, receiver.
Yeah.
But Cornelius, by the way, may have got a Jag practice squad. May have spent a training camp.
May have. I'll tell you the other one. That's Jamel Cornelius. Cornelius Ingram.
He was
he's number 7.
Yeah, he was a hooper, too.
His son is coming to hoop at Florida
He's
next
a top
year.
50 recruit.
Yeah, he was a big time hooper.
Yes. So, I mean, that's the talent level that was on there. I want to bring it back to today. Oh, I got a question about the Gators, and I want to know if there's any concern when we come back. I'll throw it because we're up against the break, I think, right here. And we'll also continue our coach search talk. It's a busy Thursday here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Here in North Florida, you know that when temperatures go up and your AC goes out, you need help now. Like right now. Like lickety-split. So why not call Lickety Split and get same-day emergency service for your AC? Now, I bet you've seen their trucks all over town because they've got dozens of certified technicians ready to repair not only your AC, but your home's plumbing and electrical too. So when you want it done right and you need it done right now, call Lickety Split AC Plumbing and Electric.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. And Greg, when you start to shift from warmer weather into some cooler weather, you can get on the road. What has Honda got to offer?
Honda's got a bunch of great bikes. They've got the new e-clutch technology, which means you can ride without using your clutch.
And I love the fact you can go automatic on a bike, which was unheard of for a while.
It was for a long time, and Honda has mastered it.
You can log on, cyclesofjacksonville.com, see all they have to offer, or drop by the showroom. They're on Atlantic near Regency. That's Cycles of Jacksonville.
Hey, David again with Royal Pest Services.
TAPS Insulation stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Keep your home cool, noise out, and pests dead. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free inspection.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
January 9, 1991, Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan scores a game-high 40 points to lead the Bulls to a win over Philadelphia, reaching the 15,000-point mark of his career.
Looking for a new or used firearm? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach will get you locked and loaded. New firearms coming in weekly and always looking for used guns. No lines and no waiting. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
What state boasts the highest average life expectancy? The answer in scant seconds.
Hurricane season is here. And now is the time to ask your agent about your homeowner's coverage. It's time to make the change to Southern Oak Insurance.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Hawaii has the highest life expectancy at 80 years. Conversely, Mississippi has the lowest at 72.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Hey, couldn't be any happier to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, man, I mean it. That's how they treat you when you head over there, that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. They're having great deals right now. Their record sales are doing awesome. If you go over there, you'll find out what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. You know, I got my boy Blue. But if you want a truck like me, if you want a car, you want an SUV, you want an electric, you want a pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet's got them all. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, do this. MooreChevy.com, MOORE Chevy.com. Easy to navigate. Has all the vehicles, sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E2T with my bookie, and I hope everyone had a profitable betting regular season bet with my bookie. The college playoffs march is on. Notre Dame is favored by 1.5, favored over Penn State Thursday night. The over-under for the game at my bookie is 47 points. This matchup suggests a relatively close contest, and we know anything can happen. We're taking a look at betting the over here on points total. Friday night, Ohio State is the favorite team by 6 points against Texas. The over-under here is at 53.5 points, indicating expectation for a somewhat high-scoring game. Ohio State's lead in the spread might reflect confidence in the performance, and also is likely to be where the public is putting their money. But that 6 points is enough for Texas to cover the spread. So we're looking at going against the public and taking Texas in the points. If you haven't yet, sign up with my bookie, and we still giving that 50% deposit bonus. That's half your money back on your very first deposit up to $1,000. That promo code is 1010XL. So bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Millard Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Millard Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Millard Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Millard Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Former Jag Bucky Brooks weighed in on how general manager Trent Baalke remained with the team.
Because the first-round picks and even the second-round picks had played at a level that was, we could call winning football, and some had played at almost like a star level, it wasn't unanimous or a consensus decision that you have to remove the general manager as well.
Jag veteran wideout Christian Kirk remarked on if he would like to remain with the Jaguars.
Yeah, I would love to be here. I'm under contract still. Obviously, there's other things that I can't really control.
The Jacksonville Jaguars signed 7 players to reserve or future contracts for the 2025 season. Signing a player to this type of deal prevents them from negotiating with other teams. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Do.
Oh, yeah, Dano.
Uh-huh. This is Lil somebody.
This is not a little, well, he could be. He's somebody's little brother.
Yeah. Little Joey.
Oh.
The baby kangaroo.
I might swerve in that corner wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what all the kids listening to right now.
Uh-huh.
This is G3.
G3.
Short for Leangelo Ball.
Oh. He's got talents. Apparently he's got a hot song right now that's dirty.
Track right now.
Hey, man, the rich get richer with some of these crossovers, huh? It's amazing what some of them do.
But this is the one who doesn't play.
Oh, it's not. Oh, I got it wrong.
It's the middle one.
I heard Ball kid who's got no talent.
Well,
Yeah.
But he can sing.
Yeah. I'm surprised his dad hasn't come out and told us he's better than Drake.
There's a meme going around
He'd
with
be
his
Drake
dad.
right now.
His dad's like, oh, that boy's talented. He's going to be the greatest rapper
Yes,
ever.
you bet he
Oh,
is. Yeah, the golden mind. They're going to start.
He believes in his children.
By the way, how'd the whole Lamar? I don't even know which one. How'd the whole shoe venture go?
Oh.
Not so good, huh?
No, BBB went down.
Yeah, that did not
didn't
go.
go too good.
Big baller brand. Is that what it was?
Brand.
Hey.
Yo,
Speaking of rappers.
talk to me.
Question.
no.
Culture question.
Oh boy.
I saw my rap guy doing a podcast.
Which one? Oh, come on, man.
He's-
I already know where you're going
He's
with
doing
this.
a podcast. The rapper goes, and rapper reaches into his pocket.
He was going to go grab some stacks or something.
He was going to get some stacks.
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, there's a loud explosion. And the guy interviewing
Everybody
him looks up.
stops. Everybody just stops.
Shot himself.
Rapper shot himself in the leg.
But he didn't shoot himself, luckily.
Yeah.
But it was
He
almost
went
a
on-
Cheddar Bob situation.
It's not Plaxico Burris.
It was not.
Okay.
Who also shot
There were
himself.
Plax in the middle of a playoff run and decided to shoot himself into the club.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
I mean,
Hey, if you're going to be carrying
what
heat,
in the world, dude?
They don't put safeties on
you got
those
to put the
things
safety
anymore.
on, man.
I'm sure some of those don't have safeties.
Oh, yeah, a lot of guns don't have safeties.
Yeah, that's the problem. You just go bouncing that thing around like you got a dart gun with you, man. What's wrong?
Like, I went and watched it slow-mo. I'm so surprised he didn't shoot himself in the knee or anything. It just, right through the pants.
Oh, we have a Joey Ehas update because that's what the drill's about.
Yeah,
Yes,
I knew
sir.
we'd get a
Somebody
Joey
know
Haas.
Joey.
Shout out, Joey.
Somebody
Call
know.
in. Is he in Jacksonville?
No, Joey Ehas is currently an architect in Maryland.
Good for him.
After leaving the University of Florida, he went to the University of Maryland where he got his Master's of Architecture degree.
Yeah, if he was playing now, he would have been kicking for Maryland, too.
That's a lot of Joey Ehas intel there, man.
That's very well done. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Sure.
Thank you on the Joey Ehas. I knew something would come through.
Big broke brand, they're saying.
Oh, man. The
big-
boy's far from broke.
That's for sure. But although the shoe venture definitely went bust.
yeah, that thing went.
Yeah,
That was a bust.
Yeah, I think that's what they meant.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I teased this, so I
Okay.
want to get it in.
Oh, wow.
It was about the Gators.
Okay.
A lot of optimism with Billy Napier, right? We got legitimate hope with DJ Lagway,
All
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got had a nice class. They rallied. They had a really good signing class, right?
Yeah, and it's gotten even a little bit better since signing day.
Five-star kid from Oregon.
And they've added, and then they added
Came
another
over.
one too,
Yeah.
lineman of some sort. So yeah, it's up to like 9, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
that's terrific. Yeah, awesome.
So yesterday, when we were going into the year, I had said, or during the season when we were struggling, and then Strickland came out and gave a vote of endorsement.
And it lit a fire under the team, Dan.
It did. They won.
I know.
mean, they won 4 games in a row.
They
We
did.
haven't won 4 games in a row since like 2006.
Fair.
I don't know. But
I just threw that up there.
one of the points that we were making, and with Chris Doring, I believe, and I believe he concurred, is that, man, we gotta kick some A in the portal.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Holy cow.
That's a disappointing holy cow, right? I brought this up a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't too soon. They did nothing in the portal.
They
In
did
fact,
nothing.
The one guy they got flipped to Georgia this week, I saw.
Well, they got a receiver from UCLA, but they're 71st in the portal rate.
Yeah,
they got 4 guys.
Listen,
and one
these
of
guys,
one of them's a quarterback.
You know what the thing is, dude, with
Yeah.
these guys is they're just so standard. Like, you know what it's like, okay, they decided because they've been doing it wrong that they needed to pay to retain their own.
Yeah.
And so they did all that, and they got nothing for the portal. It's like there's a fine line, boys.
I just
you
don't
got
know.
to do both.
So here's the top portal.
By the way, all this talent that we paid to retain, I mean, listen, it was a nice finish. We were an 8-5 team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they were 11-win talent. They're coming, but they're going to have to stay healthy, man.
Yeah.
That schedule's brutal again. It might be harder. I think the home-road split makes next year's even harder.
Yeah, but the quarterback play changes it.
For sure.
Not just Lagway, but who the other teams we play.
Yeah. That's good, too.
So, but Ole Miss got a good young quarterback.
You got to go to LSU. That's always tough. They've been the opposite in the portal. They may be number one.
They're number one.
Yeah. FSU had another good portal year.
FSU's
Is
number
it enough
5.
to bounce back right away? In the ACC, I say yes. If I'm FSU fan, as terrible as we were last year, I'm not ready to say, okay, we're a dead program again. Because that conference will allow – it sent SMU to the playoff. That's all you need to know. SMU. That's how weak the ACC is.
Yeah.
As far as earning your spot, earning a place. I mean, do you want to get in and lose like SMU or Clemson? Probably not, but still.
Did I see
But yeah, very disappointing. The portal.
Squirrel White went to FSU.
Yeah, the Tennessee kid. But it's a flashy name. But I was really looking at it. He never lived up to it. He made a play, but he never was.
A lot of these guys.
But a lot of these guys too are they don't make plays and then they go and they do. Like those receivers that Florida has grabbed did not come in making you go ooh.
Right.
The Pearsall and Badger and DK. You're like 22K. But
listen,
they were better.
It's funny because. You say that about FSU. I say, what year's Norvell now?
5 or 6. 6.
And he's counting on portal again?
No, I know. But listen.
So, Napier's definitely doing it one way.
Oh, I don't think FSU's back.
Norvell's doing it the other way.
I'm saying I'm surprised. Listen, FSU's recruiting class ended up being top 20. It's not like they're buried there. Like, I think the problem is you can't have the number 1 portal and then be 35th in recruiting.
Would FSU had been better off riding with Cromanhoke and giving him the shot over Castellanos for a year?
I would have said yes, but you are putting a lot of faith in Gus Malzahn for some reason. It doesn't seem to be a good golden parachute for Norvell either. Some of these decisions are curious. Look, at the end of the day, bottom line is, and this is why he will fail, he can't get a quarterback.
Right.
He fell into Jordan Travis, who no one wanted. For 2 years, they wanted someone other than Jordan Travis because he was just a change of pace running quarterback. And now he developed and emerged into a guy that carried FSU to an undefeated season. But this guy, Norvell, is doing a terrible job in the quarterback room, both in who he has there, who he keeps. By the way, speaking of quarterback rooms, at some point, when your transfer tally reaches a number, you're no longer allowed to sue anyone. At some point, does it become you? Did you see Jalen Rashad is in the portal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So this guy's suing Florida after turning Miami, and then he went to Arizona State for a cup of coffee. Then he went to Georgia, now he's back in the portal.
Yeah.
You don't get to sue anybody. It's clear you're not worth $1, much less $13 million.
Yeah. I was looking, so this is who is coming to FSU. The names don't matter. The schools do, but they got a linebacker from Carolina. They got that Squirrel White from Tennessee. They also got an edge rusher from Tennessee. Now, listen. You don't know. They got They got edge rusher from South Carolina. He was great. They got an edge rusher from Georgia. He was a bust. They got a D lineman from Tulane. They've got Memphis. They've got Wake Forest. They got a couple Nebraska kids because that's where they hired their defense coordinator. They got a couple UCF kids because that's where they hired their offensive coordinator. They got Deuce Robinson from SC, whose daddy played at FSU. He's a wide receiver, so that might be interesting. But the whole thing for them, 23 outgoing, by the way. 23 left. Malik Benson left. He went to Oregon. Patrick Payton left. He went to LSU. So Marvin Jones.
They did that, and that's
Marvin
fair.
Jones Jr. went to Oklahoma.
I missed the Marvin Jones Jr. That must have been a holiday transfer. I missed that one.
Yeah, so there's some of their guys. They had a wide receiver go to LSU. But a lot of these guys are just trading places, trading places. Their version of Andy Jean went to Pitt, Deuce Spahn. So it'll be interesting to see. But everything really for FSU, it's about the Castellanos kid and how he's going to do. Now, look, BC doesn't look favorable on him. They thought he was terrible and he quit. I mean, does he have to answer any of these questions or do we just, prop him up because he went in the portal? You quit on your team, man. You got benched and you quit.
I didn't like it.
It's a red flag to me. But we'll see.
Yeah, and I'm going to remind folks, as I was reminded on the text line, to your point, when it comes to to relying on the portal. FSU was 5th in the portal rankings last year, and none of those guys
they were
panned out.
busts.
They're all leaving, or some of them you just listed were part of that.
Correct.
This whole transfer thing, it's not good for building your manhood, to be quite frankly.
No.
Just turn tail and run every time the going gets tough.
And get money.
We're just building an entire country of
it's not good for life in general. Like titles, you could just clear it.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I concur. It'll be, but we'll see. And and Castellanos has a scrambling ability, but he had 93 for 194. Now it's not that good.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how he does with Malzahn. This is boy, I tell you what.
And FSU also fell into that trap because you said this before. If Bama and Georgia getting rid of them, you might not want them. Remember they had a bunch of Bama Georgia guys, 3 or 4 of them on that.
Yeah. Do you feel like FSU competes for an ACC championship next year?
No.
What do you think? 7-6 type record at best?
Yeah, at best.
At best.
Again, the incredibly, terribly weak ACC gives you and by the way, if you really go back and you look at FSU's schedule, they were in, because of that terrible weak ACC, they were in some games. They didn't get blown out by everyone.
Right.
Not too many blowouts. But yeah, I think they could bounce back to 7. The level of competition in the conference right now is down. I mean, it just is. A 3-loss Clemson team won your league. SMU, who is a mid-major program.
Yeah.
It went to the championship game and into the playoff. You let them do that in year 1? After, by the way, you threw a stink because of how lowly they were to join your league? That's rich. I mean, FSU told the league, man, you're taking SMU, and then SMU, you're going to have to take their money for making the playoff.
Yeah, I'd like you to rev it up here for the 9 o'clock hour. It's the nasty.
Oh, we're going to turn up then.
Okay. It's coming up next right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
She's not very good with numbers.
We've got your winning numbers right here.
Let's count to 10, all right?
10. XL.
Aren't you forgetting something?
92.5 FM.
We are number 1.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hicken here from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart. His dad started the company. These guys are from here, taking care of people who live here. People like me. We use Lockhart Construction many times. Bathrooms, siding on my son's house. No job too big, no job too small. The Lockhart family will give your family a better living experience. Unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. If you have a construction need, a remodel idea, whatever it may be, give Shane a call. That's how he does business. He'll call you back. It's real simple. It's 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
Coke, Florida congratulates the Jacksonville Jaguars on a great 2024 season. As the local Coca-Cola bottler celebrating 10 years of business, Coke, Florida is proud to be the Jags' official beverage partner. From the season kickoff to the final touchdown, Coke, Florida's 5,000 associates and passionate fans have cheered on the Jags all season long. Coke, Florida and the Jags tackle game day with great taste.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes & Cohen.
Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning has your back. Start the year fresh. No leaks, no clogs, no excuses. Call Duck Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 today. Because when you're stuck, call the Duck. Right now, get $50 off any service of $150 or more.
Hey, fellas, what's going on? It's your boy E.T. the T here, and it's a brand new year, which means a brand new you, especially in the bedroom. So if you're ready to make 2025 the year to level up where it counts, Let me make it a little easier for you. Get yourself some Blue Chew. They've got chewable tablets with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin. That means you're getting top-tier performance without leaving the house. Blue Chew comes right to the front door in a discreet package so your nosy neighbors won't know what's going on. No doctor's office, no pharmacy runs. Just licensed medical pros helping you find the right prescription. And guess what? They're made right here in the good old U.S. of A. Oh, and did I mention it's free? Yeah, you heard me. Your first month is free. So what you waiting for? Visit BlueChew.com and get that consultation. Start the year off right with that confidence to keep things interesting. That's BlueChew.com, baby. And let's make this year unforgettable.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Bull riding. The perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the Michelob Ultra PBR Jacksonville at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, February 22nd and 23rd. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
Mia here. When it comes to roofing, whether it be shingles, metal, or most repairs, there is one name that has protected your home since 1999. Pro Jax Roofing. Serving all of Northeast Florida, Mike and his guys have been repairing and replacing roofs for 25 years. Need insurance help? Mike's team can help. Raised in a military family, Mike provides great attention to detail with unparalleled quality and workmanship. They also have warranties, so you can have peace of mind. Call Mike today for a free estimate or online at ProJaxRoofingFL.com.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Guess what? We love rugs. We'll treat your fine Oriental rugs with tender, loving care they deserve. How about Gerard, the Zero Res rug cleaning manager, one of the few certified master rug cleaners in the state of Florida? If you want your rugs cleaned with tender, loving care, call Zero Res. Right now, have one rug washed and we'll wash the second rug free. That's right, buy one, the second one on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Pro Jax Roofing. Florida Gator men's basketball's win over Tennessee stunned the college basketball world, including the team's head coach.
No, I didn't expect us to win by 30. I didn't.
North Florida men's basketball looks to rebound from their start in the Atlantic Sun Conference play with their first conference road test of the new year against Eastern Kentucky this evening, with tip-off set for 7 p.m. North Florida women's basketball continues its conference start at home for the first time of the year with the reigning Atlantic Sun champions, Florida Gulf Coast. That tip-off is set for 7 p.m. at UNF Arena. Our home state pro teams in the NBA this evening, the Orlando Magic are taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Heat are on the road against the Utah Jazz. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 35 degrees at 9:07. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Oh, no.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken.
Oh, no, the nasty. I just talked right over it.
BB, time for some BB, Pross. Time to show some off
gosh,
here.
Oh, no.
Come on, E.
The other side of the portal from Gator fan is this. I'd rather keep Banks and Sapp than get too deep in the portal.
I agree.
Ideally, you'd like to keep Banks and Sapp and then add it to one of the positions that you lost 2 or 3 in the portal. That's the other side of that. But either way, we'll see if Billy Napier can continue that momentum. There's a long time
You're going to bring some brass balls? Thank you.
Oh,
With DJ Lagway, it's
that
nasty.
makes it easier.
With DJ Lagway, you got a chance. Final what-if NFL standings, just in case you were wondering.
This is all the teams that lost to one-score
What if
games.
every one-possession NFL game had the opposite result? The best team in the league would have been the Denver Broncos at 15-2. The worst team in the league would have been the Carolina Panthers at 4-13. The Vikings would have been 6-11. The Jags would have been 11-6.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And it just shows you how close it is.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no. The NFL is designed for one-score
it's more from this standpoint. The Vikings are a 14-3 team. They'd be 6-11 if it weren't for the one-score games.
Mm-hmm.
They won every one of them is the point.
I guess this is a good question on Twitter from Blake. The question is, were the Jags in close games because of talent and bad coaching or bad coaching and good talent? So you just got to kind of work through that.
Here's another transfer portal perspective. Looking at 24/7's transfer portal rankings from this time last year.
Yeah.
The final 4 teams in the portal.
Yeah.
Texas was 5, Ohio State was 9, Notre Dame was 40, and Penn State was 56. So it's to each his own. I would also say that Penn State is also the weakest of the 4. I don't know if the portal would have changed it. They should almost do when they do transfer portal rankings. You should almost do it. You should almost have to count your defections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it should be an overall, a net positive or negative to your transfer portal rankings. Or at least, maybe is part of it. All right, the Jags coaching search gets a little bit more definite, agreeing to interviews. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Robert Saleh, Brian Flores has now been officially extended an interview, so the list of names keeps growing. It's starting to feel like a placeholder job for Balky for me, Dan. None of his wild cards of people that would have to kowtow him are on the list. These are all the standard names that all teams are going to interview.
Mm-hmm.
Does that jump out at you? We never have a list. It always has a couple of weirdos on it. And I don't mean weird people, but like weirdo names that you weren't expecting. I don't really see any on this list, at least the official one.
Yes, I would. I think here in Jacksonville, I think people are enamored with Ben Johnson. But
not just here.
But that's true. But I think that you can, whoever the Jags hire, unless it's out of left field.
And the point is, these are all center fielders.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of left field on this list.
Right. You'll be able to get excited about.
Just got to get the right one right. You can make yourself excited for Joe Brady or Kellen Moore, a lot of them.
But we talked, and I think we did this in the break. But the one reason why it is, the most imperative thing is getting Trevor right and getting this team right for Trevor.
That's probably not as big a job as it seems like.
It may not be. It may not be. And if you think it's not, then if the best candidate is one of those defensive guys, you hire him.
Yeah.
If you think it's not.
I think we have an idea of what
because you got a
Sean
lot
thinks by what he said in his press conference, though. I mean, he went out of his way to point out Trevor needs to improve.
You got a lot invested
in the quarterback.
Trevor meets the media today, by the way, so we'll get his perspective on all this change. It's an 11 o'clocker today.
Yeah.
And look, a lot's happened since we last heard from Trevor Lawrence. He's gone on IR. His coach has been fired. His wife's had a baby.
Yeah.
Coaching search is underway. His GM will stay.
He won't
say much of anything.
God bless him.
Here's what I want him to say, Dan. I was
Yeah.
thinking about this.
Yeah.
This is the tack that I want him to take now.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in the league 4 years. I just want to win, man.
Right.
So I'll back whoever you bring in here. I want to get better. I want to improve. I want to lead these guys.
Yeah.
It's been long enough. I want to win.
Well, he might, because Trevor Lawrence may not be all pro on
He's
the
tired
field.
of all this nonsense on him, I'm
off
sure.
the field, he's all pro.
And I'm sure he's had
And-
enough of, all right, it's time for me to be a man now.
When he
I'm not a
was-
kid in the locker room. I'm the leader, so let's go win.
When he was 21 years old, we had to throw him up on the center stage and let him talk about the Urban Meyer stuff, and he did it beautifully. And he handled that well. And then he handled the transition to Doug Peterson well. And then he was a good soldier with Doug Peterson. And so, you know, whatever he does, whatever tact he takes, Trevor done good on behind the microphone. So he'll be fine. He'll be fine with whatever he says today. It'll be interesting to see how he handles it, what he says, how much, because there's been some, so we'll see. We'll see where he stands. But I would assume that the tactic he would take is kind of what you're saying. I'd like to win. I want to win. I'm excited about whoever we bring in.
Yeah, more than one. I just want to win. That's all I need. I just want to win.
What I'd like him to say is, look, they gave me $275 million. I want this Ben Johnson guy from Detroit. Let's go get him.
Yeah. There's a rumor now, apparently, going around on social media that one of the guys on the list to be interviewed is requesting that he can bring a front office type alongside. In other words, Johnson Agnew. Why would you leave a GM job in Detroit to take a GM job in Jacksonville?
He's not the GM.
Agnew's the assistant GM.
Yeah, that's why.
Who is their GM?
It's a real good guy. Done an unbelievable job. It's black guy, Holmes, Brad Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
Brad Holmes.
Yeah, he has done a great job.
Terrific dude. I mean,
so anyway,
guy.
I'd be interested if that were the case. I mean, you're doing it virtual, so what? It's not like they can stop you. So these are all virtual meetings.
What do you mean?
If you want to bring Ray Agnew with you, sit him in the chair next to you. This is your interview, is what I'm saying. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you want somebody in on the meeting with you, he can sit there. What are they going to do? They're not going to make him sit in the foyer, right? I mean, if you show up to the stadium with a wingman, it ain't going to fly. But if it's a Zoom, I'm going to talk to y'all. But by the way, Agnew's sitting here. I want him to tell you a couple of things, John.
Yeah.
Right? If that's officially the case, because we never know these, quote, reports of guys, just how tied they are, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm all for him. Give me some. I mean, this guy's part of the group that drafted, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell. And, I can go down the list. Aleem McNeil and Aiden Hutchins. I mean, come on, man. This is a no-brainer, dude. And one thing we know, in covering the Jags for 30 years, the NFL is a copycat league. And what you do in a copycat league is you see who the best teams are, and you look at that model, and you chase that model.
And by the way, you're usually late, and it's not a good strategy. It's better to be the guy setting the standard to be chased.
My two Jaguar most copycat ones, I got two in my head. One was drafting R.J. Sauer.
To be Zakir Hakeem for the Rams.
The Rams had the greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
Let's get three receivers.
And Hakeem was the specialty piece, and that created guys like Jamal Agnew.
And then the other one was we tried to be the Ravens on the defensive tackles.
Stroud and Henderson, the exact same two.
Or Siragusa and Adams.
Exact same two.
Yeah. So those are the two that I thought we were, both two in it. Well, RJ was a disaster, but that's because RJ was terrible.
If you looked at that list of declared requests, are there two or three that you just don't want? Or are you willing and need to hear and see all? Like, I'm afraid of Kellen Moore because he's been in this cycle now for years, and no one hires him. And every time he goes somewhere to save someone's offense, they don't really improve, it doesn't feel like. So I don't want Kellen Moore, even though he brings one thing to the table that no one else can.
What's that?
He's from Prosser, Washington, doggone it.
Oh.
Jags could use a little more Prosser in the bloodstream.
That would be horrible. That would be a disaster.
I don't want Kellen Moore. I really don't want
I
Patrick
could convince
Graham.
Kellen Moore that he answers to me. Let's just put it that way.
You think so?
Yeah, we're the Prossers. Yeah, Harold Prosser. That's who founded your town. We'll see you on the air Tuesday at 10.
Chopping it up with the head coach. Good gracious. That'd be crazy. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, look, again, I'm a big believer in, hey, man, let's do the interviews and pick one.
Here's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Shad, the question you might ask, or if you're, Shad, if Shad, ask this of Ben Johnson, or if Agnew's there. Hey, the year that the Jags drafted Trayvon Walker, if we'd taken Hutchinson, would y'all have taken Walker? Ask that question. Make sure Balky's on that Zoom, too. Now, I wonder if Balky, if they do it together, I wonder if they both Zoom, or will they be in the same room?
Oh, my God.
God, what a mess.
What a mess.
Just an abject a mess. The funnest story in the NFL right now is one I wish would catch fire. I want to see Bill Belichick go to the Raiders.
Oh, that'd be great.
See Belichick work for Brady. They would flip roles. Brady would now be his boss.
Bill, can we talk?
I'd be so encouraged to what they could. I mean, if I'm a Raider fan, I'd be over the moon if they could do that. But it's because you got them both. Like, you can't trust Brady on his own. You don't want to trust Belichick on his own. But if you get them both together, with all that combined success, is there a way they wouldn't be good? What do the Raiders pick? They're after Jacksonville, right? Thanks to that big win they had over us. They don't pick till 7th or 8th, probably.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have your choice of the quarterbacks. So you have to. But if you're the Raiders, don't you just go get somebody, Kirk Cousins or whoever?
Let me ask you a question about the NFL. About
Jimmy G, I thought looked okay the other day, by the way.
Until he gets hurt. Let me ask you about the coaching carousel.
Okay.
Do you feel like it's done?
Oh, is there any more firings?
Or resigns or trades or any of that? Any chance Tomlin leaves Pittsburgh? Any chance O'Connell hightails it? Any chance McCarthy's out in Dallas? Do you think there's any
McCarthy in Dallas is the only one. I don't see any reason for O'Connell to be out.
Well,
wasn't there a heat under Tomlin, though, before the season started?
No, it's only from fans. The ownership loves him. They never change coaches. He's in the playoffs. They still don't have a quarterback plan in place. Russ started good, but he's below average. So they have below average quarterbacking. They keep giving Rudolph and Pickett and all these bums since Roethlisberger
What
left.
if Buffalo got upset by Denver?
I don't think that McDermott would get fired. I don't.
What if Philadelphia lost to Green Bay?
It feels like he's back in safe waters. These would be mistakes to get rid of these playoff coaches, man.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
I know. I hear you. It doesn't feel, but I guess the better question, would you be shocked if?
Yeah.
McCarthy seems the most likely because they left him twisted in the wind. I don't know why they wanted to demand a trade when his contract is up in a week.
I don't necessarily. I think we are done, but I don't think I'd be shocked if, Tomlin was out and all of a sudden because he would get scooped up immediately.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
I take that guy here.
Oh,
absolutely.
In a second.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a guy you want culture.
The problem with, and this is, trust me, I have one of the most down in the mouth Steeler fans, a very, very good friend of mine, and the most poignant point they make is a fair one. The Steelers haven't won a playoff game.
Okay, well,
and the one they won was like they gave up 40 to somebody to win it.
But Steeler fans do this, like this. I saw this the other day. Jim Harbaugh's been out of the league for 10 years. He's got more playoff wins than Mike Tomlin in the last,
Isn't that fair, though?
No, and I'll tell you why. Well, because why. Wilson, Pickett, Old Ben, Mason Rudolph. That's the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You give him a good quarterback, what did he do?
Yeah, obviously Roethlisberger's an all-timer, so it's going to be hard to get that kind of guy.
Well, that's what your front office is supposed to do. Give me a quarterback. You give me nothing on off. I'm 10-7, 10-7, 9-8, 9-7, 12-4, 8-8, 9-6, 13. I mean,
you're also the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you haven't won a playoff game since 2016.
16.
It's a long time, man.
Yeah.
Lost divisional playoff to the Jaguars as the number 1 seed in 17.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Missed the playoffs in 18. Missed the playoffs in 19. Lost a wild card. Gave up 48 to the Browns in 20.
Yeah.
Lost a wild card. Gave up 42 to the Chiefs in 21. Lost no playoffs in 22. And then last year lost a wild card to the Bills. Gave up 31. I mean, that's a 16. That's a lot. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons with nothing, and this would be 8 if you don't win this game. And again, this is a different conversation for us Jaguar fans. We would do cartwheels just to be in the conversation every year, to have 10 and 12 win seasons. Pittsburgh, they have a little higher standard. They don't expect to not win a playoff game for a decade, especially if they're going to the playoffs, which they have a bunch.
Guys, 8 and 10 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not making the argument.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
But I do know that.
Okay, well, it goes back to my original question.
He won a Super Bowl in 2010. He's got some Aaron Rodgers going here. He's had good teams. He's had top seeds. They're not the little engine that could for a lot of these years. You could say with the quarterback play, yeah, but old Ben Roethlisberger had a 5,000-yard passing season in 2020.
Yeah.
So they were good until he left.
Yeah.
And then they had no succession plan.
All right, we got to grab a break. We'll keep it rolling right here. It's the 9 o'clock Nasty on the drill.
It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
1010XL is your home for Jacksonville University basketball.
The Dolphins' 2-game trip to Kentucky starts tonight in Louisville. J.U. Bellerman, 6:30 on 1010 a.m.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
All right, sports fans, Hicken here. Let's talk about our skin, man, and let's give a shout-out to the boys at Beaches Dermatology and the ladies, man. They're terrific. I love them. I've been going there for decades, man, and Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, known those guys for a long time. They take great care of me. Dr. Fader does the Mohs surgery. They're there for you, and the staff is second to none. Solana Road, I can't speak highly enough about the ladies over there. They're terrific. Got new locations, one up at Fernandina, so if you're up that way, you can go to Beaches Dermatology, get taken care of. But here's the thing, protect that skin, man. Even in this freezing temperatures, if that sun's out, then put on a hat if you're out there all day. Put on a long-sleeve dry fit, man. Put on some sunscreen. But if something pops up, it's real easy to get an appointment. Get it checked out online at beachesdermatology.com. That's online at beachesdermatology.com.
Kick off the new year with a new look for your home. It's the Renewal by Andersen New Year's sales event. For a limited time, save 20% on their energy-efficient windows and patio doors, designed to keep your home comfortable all year. Plus 0 down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613. Mia here for Dreamfinders Homes. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now is your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game. You heard me right, a 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershome.com for more details.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
We're ramping up to the kickoff of the first pro women's team in Jacksonville. Join Becky Burley, Mauricio Ruiz, and me, Cole Pepper,
On the Sporting Jack Soccer Hour.
Tuesday nights at 6 as we talk all things soccer.
The Sporting Jack Soccer Hour
on 1010 a.m.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com. American Electrical is looking for bright minds and hard workers to help light up North Florida. The community continues to grow, and now you can grow your career with a company that will make sure you succeed through commitment. Take advantage of the Electrical Academy, dedicated to training select students. And the best news, it's free of charge. Log on to american-electrical.com to find out more. They're leading the way in electrical contractors on the First Coast, and you can be part of the team. American Electrical, powered by professionalism. Equal opportunity employer.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a walk-in closet that's not only beautiful, but incredibly functional for me and Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com and take advantage of their 40% off New Year savings this month only, including 18-month special financing. Closets by Design.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a professional stamp licker from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Martin Celery.
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to play, Bob.
Well, let's move things along. Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
Wait, but
That's right, Marty. At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we've stocked up on the remaining inventory of low-cost 2024 model air conditioners. So you win. We're passing the savings on to you.
Can I answer a question first?
We need to make room for the 25s, so we're offering great deals on AC replacements while supplies last.
Could I spin the wheel at least? I've been practicing for a year.
With last-minute deals like this, there's no question that you are cool.
What'll I tell my kids?
There you go. Have a souvenir t-shirt.
Thanks.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. This is the drill. I've got an excellent pop quiz that I'd like to present as we look ahead to the NFL postseason, which begins this weekend. We got Ball tonight. College football playoff semifinal in Miami, Florida. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame against Penn State. But I turn our attention to the Saturday wildcard weekend, and I am now looking for 8 NFL teams, Jeff Prosser. All-time per franchise number of playoff wins. The 8 teams with the most playoff wins.
In the field right now, or just in NFL history?
All time, every team.
Okay. Easy.
Every single one of them. How many do the Jaguars have, for example?
Playoff wins?
Yes.
We got like 10?
No.
I could figure it out. I don't want to go through. We're at 500. We're 9-8.
We have 8 playoff wins.
Okay.
Cherish every one of them.
Sure you do. You bet. All right. Well, look, at the end of the day, there's two ways to go here. One is you can go old timers. Teams have been around forever.
You can.
But you've also, this new modern league, you play more playoff games.
You do.
So you're going to add them up. I mean, the Patriots and all, they've got to be in there.
Patriots are number 2 all time. They have 37 postseason wins.
Okay, then the Steelers are probably 1.
The Steelers are number 4 all time with 36 playoff wins. 36. It's been a while.
How can New England be second with 37 and Pittsburgh's 4 with 36?
Because there's 2 tied at 2.
That a boy. I didn't get the T2 wrong. All right. Now it gets a little bit more. People are saying it's not difficult, Jeff. I mean the Cowboys.
The Cowboys are number 5.
Well, that's too bad.
Or T4, 36 with the Steelers.
Am I going for the top 5? Is that what it was? No, it was the top 8.
Top 8.
All right.
Make this a little bit more difficult.
I got to go Packers.
The Green Bay Packers are T2 with the Patriots with 37. You've got Green Bay, New England, Pittsburgh, and Dallas.
I will say one thing, that I am really surprised that I haven't got that number 1 isn't one of those teams. I'm shocked. I don't as I look here. I'm going to come up with someone.
Yeah, you will.
But I'm shocked that no one. There's not one on here that looks like it would be number 1 to me.
Okay.
I mean, we got I got to go Niners though.
San Francisco 49ers are 39ers, number 1.
Okay. All right.
39, Green Bay 37, New England 37,
just,
Pittsburgh and Dallas 36.
This is where it gets a little harder being
now it gets dicey.
It gets harder being our age because when we were kids, San Francisco was no good.
That's right.
Like the whole 70s, they never went to the playoffs. So that lingers in your brain that they wouldn't be number 1. But
number 1.
All right, so how many left?
You've got 4 left.
No, I don't. You said 8. I've got 5.
We got 1 T8. We got T8. two at T8.
All right, then we got to go multiple titleist, I guess.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this proudly and loudly right now. I don't think you'll get the 4 in a row here.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's too difficult.
All right, I'm going to go Bills.
The Buffalo Bills, ladies and gentlemen. The Buffalo Bills.
Ends the game. God, they got all those Super Bowl runs, 2 or 3 a year to get there?
19.
So they didn't get in.
They did not get in.
They're 19th or they have 19?
They have 19. They're way down.
Wow. All right. How about, am I missing an obvious? What about how far back? I know. The Colts are in there.
The Colts are not in there. They have 23.
That surprises me. Because it's a long running and they've had success throughout the generation.
You got the first 5. You haven't got the last 4.
The Chiefs, I guess. They've had so many lately.
Chiefs just on the outside looking in with 24.
What are they then? Raiders?
It's surprisingly the LA Rams at 26.
Yeah, they dominated the 70s.
The Oakland, LA, Las Vegas Raiders at 25.
I should have said Raiders, but they haven't had a win in 10 years.
The New York Football Giants at 25.
Yeah, I would have got to them. That's bad.
And the Philadelphia Eagles at 25.
The Rams I should have known because as a little baby Falcons fan in the 70s, they would beat us 50-0 every week and go to the,
Would you like to guess what franchise has the least amount of playoff wins with 5? 5 wins.
5 playoff wins.
Yes. Jags are 3rd from the bottom with 8.
I think it might be Houston.
It is Houston. Yeah. Houston has 5. Do you like to guess who has 7? Long-standing franchise.
It's a long-standing with 7.
Yes.
All right.
It's an embarrassment, quite frankly. They should be embarrassed.
7
Been
playoff
around long
wins.
enough. 7 playoff wins. Might have got 3 of them in a year.
When you say long-standing, is it the Chargers? When you say long-standing, is it old NFL?
Chargers have 12.
Okay, so they don't have a ton.
I'd say this team's been around longer than the Chargers. The Chargers came in 60 with the AFL, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, fewest wins. How about and I got to go back a little bit, so it's got to be NFL. Let's go. No, they made these Super Bowl runs. There's some that were easy. And I feel like Detroit hadn't won a ton.
Detroit's got 9.
Yeah.
They're tied with Carolina.
Wow.
Oof.
And they got 2 last year. They would have been 7. What would that have been?
Yeah.
Would that have been worse?
Tied with this group. Your Atlanta Falcons have 10 playoff wins.
Yeah.
They're on the bottom rung.
Right,
the Bengals, the Falcons, the Saints, the Lions, the Panthers, the Jaguars, this team, and the Texans. Your bottom feeders.
Okay.
That's what we are, gang. Bottom feeders.
Okay, let's go with the
last guess. Last guess, ladies and
Cardinals.
gentlemen. Cardinals. 7, yes. It's embarrassing.
You kind of when you're
St. Louis,
if you're doing a question like
Chicago.
that. Yeah, when you're doing a question like that, you have to. It always pops in your mind when you have these teams that have these droughts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember when the Cardinals beat Dallas in the playoffs in like the 2000s. It was their first playoff win.
How about the Chicago Bears have 17?
That's terrible.
That's bad.
And that includes one Super Bowl run and some other NFL.
It's tied with the Titans.
I'm guessing way back though in the 20s and 30s, you like made one playoff game and then the championship.
We'll get no playoff wins this year. Is that correct?
For the Jags?
Yes.
Not in this current postseason.
This postseason,
we're
we're out.
ineligible by win total.
Can't just show up and play a game.
Yeah, we'd lose, so it wouldn't matter.
One score.
Actually,
Would it be close?
We actually did just show up and play a game for about the last 8 weeks of the year. That's what it looked like. I don't think Doug Peterson put in a game plan for the last 2 months. I think that did him in with Shide. I think Trent went in and said, Shide, I mean, I don't want to bury the guy, but he literally did not do a game plan. I peeked in on the meetings. We did not have a game plan for the last 8 weeks.
I don't want to.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, Shide. It's not my nature. But Doug Peterson, I have it on good authority, has not put together a game plan since October 12th.
Oof. There was and I know you guys care about this, but there was an epic NBA game last night.
Yeah. It lived up to it.
It did. It was a good game.
And I hope that's the finals. If you would give me that as the finals right now and leave out LeBron and Tatum and all these, and Antetokounmpo and all these guys I'm sick of, I'd sign up right now. Because Gilgeous-Alexander and Donovan Mitchell, that would be a fun little 6 or 7 game soiree. If both healthy and playing well. But the story really in the NBA this early year is Gilgeous-Alexander, who's now emerging as the top 3 guys. The other guys fade out, right? Steph and LeBron and KD. And, you know, these guys are all going to be old news here in this new wave of look, Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards. I mean, I don't want to start leaving them out, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to end up emerging. Is it Gilgeous or Gilgeous?
Gilgeous.
Gilgeous-Alexander. I've heard both. I say both.
Yes.
But he is going to. It sure seems like he's going to situate there. Does he not lead the league in scoring?
Again.
Yeah. He led him last year in scoring.
Yeah, and didn't win the MVP.
He didn't win.
He's
He's going to win it this year.
I like this from the text line. So far, he would have a good argument. From the text line, Design My Lifetime in Closers.
Yes.
And you can also get us on the cheap. Prosser for GM Hick head coach.
Oh, yeah.
We'd work well together. Could you imagine our meetings?
Hold on.
Like, what do you?
Where'd I leave me?
We'll get DC, whatever. We'll put
you know what we're going to do?
Running backs coach.
I'm going to put you on the practice squad.
Can you imagine Hicken and I going through the talent? Listen, you moron. I keep giving you these guys, and you keep listen. This year,
that guy's ass, Prosser. He's ass.
Also from the text line, I've been to Prosser, Washington before. Did a job in Sunnyside once, and Prosser was like the next exit over. You bet it was. My family founded Prosser, Washington. I'm learning all kinds of stuff. We also founded Prosser High School there in Chicago. We're all over the place.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to, before we head to break, and we must head to break right now. I'd like to point out that he's a liar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's a liar. He's the leading scorer in the NBA is not Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, okay. Right now?
It's Nikolai Jokic.
Right now?
Yes.
So he got to be doing like 32.
He is a liar.
So SGA's number 2.
He's tied with Giannis.
At 2.
Okay.
Giannis, now there's a guy I'm over. I'm so tired of Giannis. That's terrible when a star becomes a guy you're just over. You don't like watching him. You don't appreciate him. I don't like him.
We'll take a break, make the turn for home next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Mia here. Why Arlington Toyota? How about a huge selection of new vehicles in stock, on the ground, in one location? And every new Toyota purchase comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and miles. 60-day exchange program. Yes, you heard that right. 60 days to love your new purchase or exchange it for one that you do. Plus, Arlington's credit helper to help you get financed. There's even complimentary car washes with every service and so much more. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Hicken here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
To catch more fish, you gotta think like a fish. Captain Kevin and the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services, and awaken 180 weight loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM. Bull riding. The perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the Michelob Ultra PBR Jacksonville at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, February 22nd and 23rd. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
So one of life's most important decisions, if you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here for Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. Something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen to help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
D1 Training East Jacksonville invites you to their mega NFL football camp at the Bowl School, February 1st from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., ages 7 through 16. Get hands-on coaching from former NFL players at every single station. The coaches lineup, put together by Connor and Sam at D1, is proudly sponsored by Tim Tebow. To sign up, call 904-901-6470.
The Florida Forum welcomes New York Times bestselling author Deepak Chopra, moderated by Shad Khan, January 15th. Funds raised for a Kids Care Mobile ICU, a neonatal and pediatric critical care transport vehicle. Kids Care vehicles and helicopters safely transport more than 2,200 infants and children a year to Wolfson Children's Hospital. To get your tickets, call 202-2886 or click thefloridaforum.com.
Don't go through another year with all that high-interest debt. Let Loan Pronto wipe it all out now. Hey, it's Prosser here, and Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan makes it easy to pay off all your credit cards or tackle that 2025 home improvement project. Get cash in your pocket fast. No appraisals, no paperwork, no waiting. Loan Pronto's AI-driven tech gets you approved and funded in as little as 1 day. One client got $150,000 approved in under 24 hours, paid off all their credit cards, 2 cars, and personal loans, saving over $1,500 per month. With low fixed rates and lightning fast transfers, you can do it too. Consolidate debt, improve your home, take control of your finances. Imagine being credit card debt-free by this time next week. You can. Don't wait. Call Loan Pronto now, 904-999-1508, or visit loanpronto.com. Get your free quote now with no hard credit pull at 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOS.
The search for the next Jaguar head coach shifts into high gear as three candidates, former Jet head coach Robert Shala and current Lion defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn and Lion OC Ben Johnson, have each accepted the team's interview requests. There remains a number of reactions to the Jaguars' dismissal of Doug Peterson. Former Jag Bucky Brooks weighed in.
Yeah, you're disappointed because he's a close friend and those things, but it's a bottom line business, and when you don't win, you're subject to be removed.
Wideout Christian Kirk will stay focused, whoever comes in as the head coach.
I play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. When I put on that uniform, I step in this building, I'm just here to be a professional, help this locker room, help everybody I come in contact with to be better and to help win football games.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
10XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, got to cool down. Got to cool down from a lot. We got cooling down. This search is going to we just need an answer. It's going to just drive me nuts. I can't take. When did they name Doug Peterson the coach? Was it February?
What's that?
When did Doug Peterson get named Jaguars coach?
Yeah, I think it was February.
You don't know the date?
It may have been late January. It was just late in the process.
It was
I
late.
felt like we interviewed him right off the bat. And
yeah, I think it was. I don't want. What I'm saying is, I can't take another long coaching search. Let's make our decision and move on. Let's go. February 4th. February 4th. Today's January 9th. I don't need 3 rounds. That's what I don't need. Let's get us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest.
Come on now. Come on. Tony, did you see the Mad Dog go after Shad Khan yesterday?
I thought he made valid points.
Yeah.
I don't think if you asked Mad Dog, he would know who the general manager actually was.
No.
Right? Like, I do think there are some obvious blank spots for that kind of thing, but it's not like he's saying anything that hadn't been said in Jacksonville now for a long time.
But
like, nationally, we don't hear it all that much, but that's because you never hear anything about the Jaguars.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I like that he said that there was. He made him seem important, I guess, right? I mean, it's not like typically we take a beating when we shouldn't, or don't get enough credit that we should. Just, regardless of his like definite knowledge of the intricate facts, I think he was in the right ballpark.
Yeah.
And
so many times,
sometimes they're not in the right ballpark, and it annoys you.
Because all that stuff was happening while we were on the air yesterday, and we just have the TV on ESPN, but we can't hear it. I'm like, oh, he's yelling about the Jags or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And he did. He just pointed out the things that, you don't want to be rude or mean or disrespectful. Right. Our owner can't win a Scrabble game.
Right. Oh, yeah. No, I was looking at it the other day. I was talking to D-Rock about this before we came in for the show this morning, and I had just looked, and I was, they've had 2 seasons in the franchise's history where they won 12 games.
Jeez.
Twice.
Oof.
07 and 99. Oof. That's it. Right? They've only had 8 seasons where they finished above 500. They have 20 where they've been below 500. 2/3 of their seasons, they've been a below 500 football team.
We've not been good.
No.
To say the least. What do you got cooking? D-Rock's here?
D-Rock gets here for the first hour. Then he's got to head over with Trevor Lawrence speaking this morning.
Yeah?
So he'll be with us until 11 o'clock this morning. Our question of the day today asking, which of these traits is more important for the next Jacksonville Jaguars head coach? What would you prioritize? The options in the poll: offensive prowess, defensive prowess, leader of men.
Oh, yeah.
You won't be surprised by the 2 categories that are leading that and splitting the vote. But
and it's funny because the one that's not was worse than as bad as the other 2.
Yeah.
Well, have a great show.
Shows you the
Thank
challenge, doesn't it?
Mike, Tony, D-Rock's here for the first hour. What does this mean?
What does what mean?
I might swerve, bend the corner.
Whoa. That's how you bend in the corner, man. That's
What does
how-
that mean?
When you're driving, you got one, because I know you probably drive 10 and 2.
Yes.
So when you
10 and 2, those are your hands on the wheel.
That's your hands.
Okay, all right.
What is that? I might swerve in the corner.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's probably 12 o'clock.
Okay.
One hand.
Okay.
Swerving.
Okay.
You feel me? Swerving.
Like this,
I feel
There
it.
you go. There you
All
go.
right.
Okay, Jeff.
Okay. Well, it's time for us to swerve.
Bend the corner. Whoa.
Whoa.
The